Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Sunday. Okay, I think I have everything here that I need to vlog. I feel like I need to pull you guys over just a little bit to the right to get you guys adjusted. Okay, I have my phone right here. I have my candles, the perfect pairing of candles. I have the lighter. I have 3 pairs of reading glasses. I have 3 pairs of reading glasses. In case I have to do a lot of reading in this video. And then I have 2 glass cleaners and a partridge in a pear tree. Who just texted me? More stuff about the Gorham Brothers hats. I feel like I get text messages about those Gorham Brothers hats, those trucker hats, every single day. Oh, a lighter. My reading glasses, I already said that. And a fountain pop. Did I say I got a fountain pop? Fountain pops and magic. Okay. All I want for Christmas is to feel good again. I am so tired of being sick. Let me just tell you about it, okay? I am so over it. I don't know why I can't get you guys. This is what I'm like walking around with, okay? In my hoodie. I woke up today and I just was like sneezing, blowing, like I woke up and like every hour to blow my nose, and I felt like crap when I woke up. And so Alex was kind of like laying there and stuff, and he was like, babe, do you not want to go to brunch? And at first I was like, no, I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to do anything today. And I was like, which is funny because last night I was talking to Nikki on the phone. We'll get to that in a second. But anyway, Nikki was sick like 2 weeks ago. And she was like, this is how I was. And she was like, and on the day that I felt the worst, she was like, the next day I started feeling a lot better. So she was like, so since you feel, because it seems like it hits me more at night. Like during the day it's bad, but it's not as bad. Like at night, like it's really bad. Like people I was talking to on the phone last night, like when I was talking to Nikki, she was like, yeah, I can really hear it in your voice. Tanya said the same thing. Tanya's like, you sound so sick. It's like as the day goes on, I kind of feel worse and worse. And I took 2 naps last night too. But Nikki was like, tomorrow you're going to feel so much better because you're so sick tonight. Well, Nikki, I don't feel so much better today. But this is a third Dr. Pepper because I'm a mixologist. It's a third Dr. Pepper. It is a third Dr. Pepper cream, I almost said cream cheese, cream soda, which I like never get. And it's a third Diet Dr. Pepper. I had coffee that I brought back from brunch, but Alex stopped at the gas station to get gas. And so I was like, the coffee was hurting my throat. So I was like, I think I'm going to go in and get a fountain pop. So I went and got a fountain pop. And I only had 2 more Diet Dr. Peppers in the refrigerator. So I got a 12-pack of that as well. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, Nikki, in her professional medical wisdom, I know she's laughing right now. Nikki's the only friend of mine that I have that watches every single one of my vlogs. Oh, I almost said Vanessa from 1,000 Pound Best Friends. Valerie watches my vlogs too. Valerie and Nikki. But I know Nikki's laughing right now. Nikki, in her very professional medical opinion, of which she has none, was like, oh, you're going to feel so much better tomorrow. And so I was really hoping that I would feel, and it just like progressively got worse as the night got later. I was watching all this stuff sitting in the chair, and I literally was like blowing my nose. My throat's hurting. So today I woke up and I'm like I'm in good spirits. Like I'm laughing and stuff, you know? It's like, it's mostly in my head. I mean, not like I'm making it up, but it's mostly like in my head. Like it feels like a head cold kind of stuff, right? I don't feel like overall, like it's not like my whole body is hurting or anything like that. It's like from the neck down, I feel pretty good. It's just like my nose is running and my throat hurts and my throat is itching. And then I feel kind of like, I don't know, like weird in my head or what. It's a head cold. I think I have a head cold. So anyway, I'm just over it because I just don't feel like, I keep on looking over this walking pad that I've been meaning to, and last night I was going to do that, but I did a bunch of other stuff. last night instead. So today, I'm going to take the walking pad down so that I can do my video about it tomorrow. If I wake up tomorrow and I feel like I've given myself the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, of just filming my vlog. So if I wake up tomorrow and I still feel like crap, I'm filming tomorrow. That's just all there is to it. Let's do the perfect pairing of the candles, shall we? So first I have the Christmas in the Great Hall from the Etsy shop. I don't know which Etsy shop, but I'm sure if you put in I'm sure if you put in Christmas at the Great Hall candle, Etsy, this will come up. Okay. And then it's a perfect pairing with Snowfall by Santa's Natural Candles, available on Amazon. So when I woke up today, I was like, I don't know if I can go to brunch. And Alex was like, okay. And I said, but babe, you can go if you're really hungry. And he's like, I'm really hungry. And I said, okay. And he goes, do you want me to bring you something back? And I said, I'm not really that hungry. I said, but I've been in this house since Wednesday. I don't really know how, unless you are in this situation. I know that there's probably some people that would be like, oh my God, because I can remember back in the day when people would tell me they worked from home and stuff like that, really before the lockdown. When people be like, oh, I work from home, there's 2 days in a row that I don't even leave the house. I'm like, oh my God, I would love that, right? Because I always felt like I was running around. There's a difference between, first of all, having the opportunity, like when you can leave at any time, okay, and you choose to stay home for 2 or 3. I mean, I guess I could if I took an Uber, but it feels a little bit more constraining to me. It feels different when all of a sudden, like, I know that there are several people out there, because a lot of you have direct messaged me, a lot of you have commented that are at home all the time, that don't leave your house because of chronic illnesses or whatever else. A lot of you are like, Peter, I totally relate to what you're saying. It's different. And so, you know, I've been here since Caroline brought me home on Wednesday. So, I mean, that's been almost, you know, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I mean, it's been 4 days since I've left this house, right? And it's been cold, and I haven't really even been going out on the porch other than to get the mail. And so I really have not left the inside of this house in 4 days. And it's like, I got to get out of this house. And I also know, like, I looked at my appointment book last night. The next time that I'm leaving is Tuesday night. So when my sponsor comes and picks me up. So you're talking about almost an entire week of not leaving this house. And I was like, I got to get out of this house. And so I said, no, let me brush my teeth and wash my face and kind of pull myself together. I really need to, like, shave this area down here and trim my beard. I feel like I look kind of rough right now, honestly. I know y'all don't care. That's why I was like, Peter, I'm trying to look. I was like, they do not care. The people that watch the vlog do not care what I look like. So I was like, in the bathroom, I was like brushing my teeth. I was like just throwing a hoodie. I'd already last night, we'll get to this in a second, but like I did a bunch of stuff with the closet last night. So in case I felt better today, I had a pair of the Birdwell cords. I love those Birdwell cords. If you're looking for pants for guys, I would say the size is very, very accurate for the pants. The shorts, I think, are a little bit bigger than, like, the size, like, I don't know. But anyway, the pants are like small, large, or small, medium, large, extra large, whatever. And I got like extra large, and they're like perfect on me. They're probably a little bit big. But I love those corduroy pants. I got a navy blue pair, and I got just a regular like brown corduroy pair. I love them. I get so many compliments on them when I wear them. Everybody's like, oh my God, I love those corduroy pants. It's like a thick corduroy. So I brought those out, and I brought this hoodie out with me too. I had them because they were both clean, and I was putting clean clothes away in the closet and stuff like that. So I have those out on the love seat to wear today. I was like, Peter, just go out there, throw in your clothes. I was like, brush my teeth, wash my face real quick. And then I was like, I put some lotion on my face, and I was like, just throw in the clothes and just go to brunch. Just get out of the house for a little bit. So we went to brunch because, I mean, it wasn't like I mean, by the time that we get there, there's hardly anybody at the restaurant anymore anyway, except for the people that we know, like the people that work there, and like this one couple that we sat next to today. We've sat next to them every Sunday for like the last 6 years, this older couple that we're friends with. They're always there at the same time as us. And then I think there was like 2 other tables, and that was it. So it was like, it doesn't really matter what you look like. So anyway, I was just like, you need to get out of the house for a little bit. Because I'm going a little stir crazy, in all honesty. And somebody commented and they said that they thought like the funniest comment that I left was that I didn't feel well enough to walk on the walking pad, but then I ended up talking for an hour and a half. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yeah, I could sit and talk on the phone all day long. Even if I'm talking like this, talk to my friends. Even if I'm talking like that, I can talk to my friends like for an hour and a half on the phone all day long, okay? Because I have no social interaction and I feel like I need to talk to somebody, okay? But there's a difference between that and then like going for a walk outside or going on a walking pad. I don't know that I feel like, I don't feel sick from the neck down, but I don't know that I feel like I have tons of energy. Like as soon as I get done with this vlog, like I'm laying down and taking a nap. I took 2 naps yesterday and that didn't even feel like enough. So I thought that comment was cute. I thought it was kind of funny because I was like, I can see where people, you know, see that. It's like, anyway, but, no, like I could probably, there's a difference between like, I don't know. There's a difference between just like sitting here and like talking for like an hour. I feel like very much like Nikki and I talked last night for an hour because I ordered stuff online and I was talking to her. This feels very different to me than like, let me pull a fan, like, hey you guys, it's Peter, you know, and like talking about all that and then, I don't know, it just feels, I don't know how to explain it. It feels different to me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have this. This is, I almost said this is very casual, as if like me sitting on the bed talking about drama isn't casual. Anyway, I don't know. All I know is that it doesn't feel like it takes me a lot of energy, because it obviously doesn't. Why am I even talking about this? To sit here, I get tired easily. To sit here and talk, you know, drink a fountain pop and share like what's going on. First of all, I will say it feels like some social interaction, which I'm greatly missing right now in my life. Number one. Number two, it doesn't take like a whole lot of effort. I don't really even know how to explain it other than that. It doesn't really even matter, does it? Anyway. But tomorrow, it's not going to matter because I'm going to tell you why. Because tomorrow, unless I literally cannot get out of bed, we'll be walking on the walking pad. Although tomorrow I think it's supposed to be like 50, so I might walk outside tomorrow. We'll be back to the walking and filming all the videos. I'm kind of like trying to act as if, let's look up weather in Indianapolis. I'm trying to kind of, it's 52 right now. What's it supposed to be tomorrow? I'm kind of trying to act as if I'm going to be 100% better tomorrow, which I'm hoping that I will. Why does it say 52 on there and then this, now it says 44 when you go to the Weather Channel? That is so weird. Oh, tomorrow it's supposed to be 59. Yeah, tomorrow. So I don't have anything until Tuesday night, and then that's my meeting. And then Wednesday, Caroline. Friday, we have couples counseling. Saturday, we have a holiday party at Alex's mom's house. Caroline and her whole family is going to that, and then a bunch of friends and stuff. That'll be fun. And then, so, tomorrow it's supposed to be 59. Oh, but rain. Well, I don't want to walk in the rain, but other than that, I'm getting the walking pad up today. So that video will be going up tomorrow. I already have, like, I've had for like 2 days all of my videos on this list that I'm making. So they've just been kind of like, oh, I almost burnt myself on that candle. They've just kind of been postponed. But anyway, so I woke up today and I was like, okay, at first I wasn't going to go to brunch and Alex was just going to go. And then he was like, do you want me to bring you something back? And I was like, no, I'm not really that hungry. And then I was like, but I feel like I need to get out of this house. And so finally I like laid there for a second. I kept on snoozing the alarm. I was like, let me just lay here for 5 more minutes. So finally I just like got up and I was like, let me brush my teeth and wash my face. He's like, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah. I said, I feel like I need to get out of this house for a little bit. I feel like I'm like cooped up in this house. He was like, okay, I think that would be good for you too. He was like, but if you don't feel good, if you don't feel well enough, he's like, I just want you to relax and rest. And I was like, no, I feel like I need to get out of this house for a little bit. I'm feeling like I'm like stuck inside these 4 walls kind of thing. So we went to brunch and like I said, there weren't a lot of people there. And I got a cup of coffee. It was Snickerdoodle. And it was good, but when I was drinking it, it was like hurting my throat. I don't know what the difference is between drinking like hot, I'm sure somebody out there does, so please let me know. I don't know what the difference is between drinking hot tea and hot coffee, but it does feel different to me. I don't really know how to explain it. So, is it just like the bitterness of it or something like that? I don't know. So, I drank a little bit of the coffee, and then when we left, I brought some, because I didn't know that he had to get gas, and so I brought some home. But then when we went to the gas station, I was like, I got rid of the coffee and I just got the fountain pop. Cheers. So anyway, maybe that'll be my thumbnail. I never pause over, well, I always pause over here for thumbnails, but then I never remember to where I put my thumbnail at, and I won't remember now. So anyway, I looked at the time and it said like 15 something. I can hardly see it. 15 something, yeah, 15 or 13, or it's 15:31. So when I go back in, I'll be like, it was 18:20. I'll be like, I know it was 18, and I'll like go back and forth, and I can never find it, and I just kind of give up. But anyway, so went to brunch. Alex got he got a cup of soup, and then with croutons, and then he got the Cuban, which he ate like hardly any of, and he brought home. He got a Coke while we were there, and then he got a Coke to bring home too. So, then we were at the gas station. He's like, I could have just got a fountain pop here. I said, you could have, instead of paying $4 for a Coke at Patachou or something. So anyway, I mean, they literally give you a can with like a little cup of glass or crushed ice in it. Caroline says it's the best Coke in town. And I'm like, well, then it has to be the ice, because it's literally, they hand you a can. So, this is at Cafe Patachou. So anyway, what was I saying? See, I feel kind of like foggy-headed about things. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, so anyway, and then I got the Fat Rabbit, which is a vegan sandwich. I got extra onions, as I was craving them today, and I got it on an everything bagel, not toasted, and I got chips on the side. And I ate half of the sandwich and hardly any of the chips, and I brought it home. Alex was like eating my chips as we were sitting there. I was like, have as many as you want, because I don't even want them. It was kind of hard for me to like eat and swallow today at brunch. I did notice that. Last night I didn't like really eat a whole lot either. It's like hard to like right now, like sipping a fountain pop. This is where it's like later in the day it gets worse, but I don't know why at brunch. I think maybe it was because of like the big chunks of the bagel. It was like hard to swallow a little bit. I don't know. So many of you in the comment section below were talking about how you guys are sick, and like family members of yours are sick, and your spouses and your kids are sick. I guess it's something that's just going around right now. I don't know. I'm hoping that it goes on out tomorrow, and that tomorrow that it is completely gone, because let's listen. Fountain pops and magic. That's what I need to feel better. Fountain pops and magic. Sounds like a Christmas song, doesn't it? Like from Smoky Mountain Christmas. Fountain pops and magic. What is that song from? Mountain Magic. That is a song from the movie, by the way. Mountain Magic. Look, I'm going to look it up right now. Mountain Magic lyrics. I don't know if that's what it's called, but she says that. Mountain Magic. Oh, God. Mountain Magic. This damn computer. Oh, my God. Magic lyrics. Smoky Mountain. It said Smokey Robinson. Did Smokey Robinson put a song called Mountain Magic? Christmas. If it pulls this up, I'll die. Dolly Parton, Smoky Mountain Christmas lyrics. Yes, I'm dreaming of a Smoky Mountain Christmas. I know the song so well. With the kids around the fireplace, drinking popcorn for the tree. I'm dreaming of a Smoky Mountain Christmas, with nothing much that money buys, but everything worthwhile in life. Dreaming of a Smoky Mountain Christmas. You can take the girl from the country, I have heard them say, but you'll never take the country from the girl. See, I sing that in my videos. Okay, I love that song. But that's not the song that I was wanting to sing. Who is the witch in Smoky Mountain? Alana something. Anita Morris. She plays Jezebel. Oh, here it is. Dolly Parton Mountain Magic song. Mountain Magic Christmas. She teases with Miley Cyrus, Jimmy Fallon, and more. Mountain... I didn't spell it right. Mountain Magic. Christmas. Dolly Parton Mountain Magic song. Forever. It's... What is this? I hope life treats you kind. That's I Will Always Love You. Who is even buying that that's this song? I gotta get back to the facts of Peter Monn's life. Where is this? This is like a transcript of some conversation. I hope life treats you real kind. I hope you have all you ever dreamed of. Oh, and I do wish you joy. I wish you lots of happiness. Does this sound familiar? Because that's not Mountain Magic. That's I Will Always Love You. Just in case you wanted to know. Okay. I'm going to have to look this up where she talks about Mountain Magic Christmas with, I don't know, something on Jimmy Fallon. I'm going to have to wait and save that. Okay, 10-day weather, we can get that out of there. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I went to brunch and got the fat rabbit. Anyway, after brunch was fine. After brunch, well, while we were at brunch, Alex was like, what are you going to do when you go home? Are you going to go back to bed? And I was like, no, like I want to vlog. He's like, are you going to film some other videos? And I was like, I don't feel like filming a lot of other videos today. I just want to film my vlog. I just want to kind of take it. I want to be able to come back tomorrow and film like videos on all my channels. So I said, I feel like I need to rest up today. So I'm just going to film my vlog. And he was like, okay, he's like, so my mom wanted me to take her to like Costco because she's getting a bunch of stuff for this party and whatever. So I don't know, she was like getting all kinds of stuff. And so he was like, do you want to go to Costco with us? And I was like, no, I think, he goes, I thought maybe like when I go to Costco with her. So I guess they're going to the Costco that she usually goes to. They're not going to the Costco that we usually go to. So he was like, I thought that if you wanted to, like, unless you want to come with us, that you can vlog while I'm gone, and then when you're back, we can watch some TV. When I get back, we can watch some TV or something. I was like, that's perfect. So I was like, no, I can't imagine going to Costco on a Sunday afternoon right before Christmas. I can't even imagine how busy it's going to be. I was like, so you guys go. So he went with his mom. Well, he went to go meet his mom at this Costco that's like by where she lives and that she goes to a lot. So they're going there because she wanted to help her pick out stuff for this Christmas party. I don't know. But like different foods and things like that she's going to have for this Christmas party next weekend. Which she's real excited about. It'll be fun. That'll be a fun time. So, that's where he is. So he literally like dropped me off. I brought this stuff inside and then I brought our take-homes, I was going to call it, our take-homes, Tacoma sacks. Do you guys know what Tacoma sacks are? So, Steak and Shake, if you guys have ever had Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake's like a little, like, dining, it's like an imitation of, like, a 1950s. I think they've been around since that long. But anyway, my Aunt Kathy loved them back in the day. And I liked them a lot, too. Alex and I used to go there when we first started dating. Like, every time after we would go out, we would go to Steak and Shake because they were open 24 hours. But it's like they had patty melts and Frisco melts and stuff like that. And shakes and whatever. But they, most of them closed. I think they're almost all closed now in Indianapolis. And I don't know, we should look that up, shouldn't we? This is what I love about the Google so much. Sitting right in front of the Google. Hold on. Thank you very much for those of you that said bless you. Because I know a couple of you did to the TV or whatever. Now, well, I'm not going to blow my nose right now. I don't feel like I need to. Okay, let's look up Steak and Shake. I feel like a surly librarian doing my research. Steak and Shake. See, I feel better when I'm sitting in front of this. Maybe I should just do all my videos in front of this computer tomorrow. Steak and Shake. Well, now it says that they're still open, but number of employees, what? 20,000? I mean, is there... That doesn't seem like a lot for as many... Okay. It's acting like they're still open. How many locations are there in Indianapolis? Washington Street, Post Drive. I don't feel like I ever drive by any of them where they're open. The one at 53rd and Keystone. Yeah, it's still open. 58 and 71st Street. That one is closed. I think they renovated it. Anyway, half price happy hour. They don't have like alcohol there, but that's where you can get like the appetizers, I think, for half price. Anyway, look, I'm gonna look this up, Tacoma Sack, because Steak and Shake has this, like, one of their mottos is Tacoma Sack. It's take home a sack, but they call it, they say it Tacoma Sack. The reasons Steak and Shake locations have, it's TAKHOMASAK. This will be interesting, see? There's a sign and it says Tacoma Sack. Walk into any Steak and Shake and your eye is sure to be drawn to the bright red neon signs that are blinking the strange word Tacoma Sack. It's been the burger chain's slogan for the last half century, along with their other famous motto, in sight, it must be right. Steak and Shake founder Gus Belt came up with the motto in order to assure customers that their steak burgers were as fresh as they come. Belt had his employees prepare the meals behind the counter in front of customers, doing everything from preparing the burgers to grinding up the meat in full view of everyone. According to Steak and Shake, he went so far as to roll in wheelbarrows full of fresh steaks through the dining room during the restaurant's busiest times, leaving little room for any doubt that his burgers truly were freshest on the market. But while in sight it must be right is pretty self-explanatory, many customers still leave the restaurant wondering what on earth is Tacoma Sack. Steak and Shake customers can Tacoma Sack burgers. But it's like the word, okay. The slogan is meant to be pronounced phonetically as in take home a sack or take home a sack. The sack is referring, of course, to a doggy bag of burgers you can bring home with you. According to Route 66 Times, it is also one of the 4 ways in which a Steak and Shake burger can be enjoyed: car, table, counter, or Tacoma Sack. Gus Belt got the inspiration for the unique motto from Rocky Built, a restaurant based in Denver, Colorado, which used same phrase as their slogan in the 1920s. It also goes into like the history of all this. This is interesting. Here's how much Steak and Shake employees really make. Well, not a lot because they're closed, almost all of them. Anyway, what was I saying about Steak and Shake? I don't even know what I was talking about. So after brunch, I brought all the food in, put the Diet Dr. Pepper next to the refrigerator. I just feel like I'm losing my mind a little bit from being like cooped up in this house and being sick for so many days in a row. Okay, so, and I like this isn't really that sick either. Can you imagine like if I was like really, really sick, I'd be losing my mind. Okay, so brought that in and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna start vlogging. So I brushed my teeth, washed my face, and I put on my comfy pajama pants too. My hair doesn't look too bad because last night I took a shower because I thought maybe that would make me feel better. It didn't really. It just made me hot, if you want to know the truth. But don't laugh, Peter, because it hurts. It hurts to laugh. But do you ever think things like that? Like your mom be like, oh, you should take like... I love when you talk to anybody and you tell them that you're sick and they give you like the most bizarre things to try. Well, what you need to do is this. Well, what you need to do... First of all, I hate when people tell me what I need to do. I mean, I don't care if people suggest things to help me feel better, but when they preface it, what you need to do is like that doesn't ever. I don't know anybody that fares well to say that to. What you need to do is, and I'm sure I've said it to a million people in my life too, but because I've heard it so many times in my life. But anyway, you know, like when you're talking to friends, like Tanya, obviously she's my best friend of life, right? But if I'm talking to Tanya on the phone, she'll be like, and she just comes up with the most wacky ass shit, right? She'll be like, your throat hurts? And I'm like, yeah. And she'll be like, well, have you thought about putting I mean, I'm just making this up, but she'll be like, have you thought about putting a carrot in the freezer and then like sucking on it for like, I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, no, it's really good. It'll help your sore throat. And then I find myself at like 2 o'clock in the morning, like, can you DoorDash carrots? Like, because my throat hurts so bad. It's just like bullshit. Excuse me, like that. But I feel like everybody I talk to gives me some wackadoodle remedy, home remedy for how to get sick. When really what it is just fluids and rest, right? Like we know that. So, anyway. So now I'm vlogging, which brings me to last night. So Alex was, well, he didn't get home super late. I was kind of surprised, but he had 2 Christmas parties to go to last night. And, oh my God, I just felt like with each hour, he was so sweet. The camera stopped. With each hour, I just got like I just felt like worse and worse and worse. Like he would text me, he'd be like, how are you feeling? And I'd be like, I feel like I kept on getting hot last night, and I like took my temperature. I didn't have a temperature. I just felt hot last night, and I kept on turning down the temperature in the house. We've been keeping it on like 70s, between 70 and 72. I had it down to like 68 last night. I was like, it is so hot in this house. I like opened the door, and I was like fanning myself with it, but I didn't have a fever. I took my temperature. I didn't have a fever. So anyway, when I got done vlogging last night, I went upstairs. I must have got done vlogging, I don't even remember, before like 5 something, because Alex was like in bed, and I was like, are you going to take a nap before you leave? Because he had to leave at like, I think he had to leave at like 6:45. And he was like, yeah, actually, I think I am going to lay down for like an hour before it must have been like right before 5 o'clock, because I think he laid down from like 5 to like 6:15, and then got up and like put on his, like, I don't remember if he even took a shower. I think he did take a shower last night and got stuff for, or got ready for his parties. But anyway, so I was like, okay, I'm going to lay down too. So I took a nap with him last night, but I ended up sleeping from like whenever we laid down, which was like 5:15 to like 7:30. I laid down to like 7:30. And that whole time my like vlog was uploading and stuff. My vlog actually last night, if you guys want me to post a vlog earlier, I can post a vlog earlier. Let me know. On most days, I can post a vlog earlier. I usually schedule it to go up at 9 or 10. Now, if like tomorrow I'm filming 7 videos, and I'm like rushing to get the videos up, on that day, it will probably be a little bit later. But on most days, my videos like seem to upload pretty quickly. So if you guys want me to post it between like 8 and 9, I can do that. I can even like there's some days I can, I mean, do you guys like it the earlier the better, or would you rather that I wait? I don't know, like tell me what's a good time, you know, Eastern time. Give me your time zone that you're in when you say it. Because I can like, it just kind of depends on the day. Like throughout the week, it's probably a little bit later, but I can still try to get it up earlier. You know, it just depends on when I get the vlog done. So anyway, I was uploading it. So I got up and I talked on the phone for a little bit, and I just was like, oh my God, like I could have just slept through the entire night. I probably should have slept through the entire night. And so I was like, I'm gonna take a shower. So I took a shower, and that's when I just was like, I made the bed real nice. And I just was like, I am so hot. Like, I feel so hot. And I had, like, a hoodie and stuff when I came out of the shower. And I ended up having to put on, like, these, like, sweatpants and, like, a t-shirt. Because I don't know why. I had no temperature, but I just felt, like, really, really hot. Like, I was, like, coming out of my skin hot. And so then I came downstairs, and I got everything done with the vlog. And I, like, scheduled it to be posted. I can't remember what I was doing. I was, like, what did I watch? I was oh. I started watching, what time would that have been? Okay, a couple of people reached out to me. I already had on my list for that new show on Netflix called No Good Deed. So I started watching that. I watched like one episode of it. I don't know if I should give a synopsis over here or not about the TV shows. It's so funny because like a lot of people now are like, I just fast forward through that part. Other people are like, I love when you talk about TV shows and books and movies. Other people are like, I don't really care. Do what you want to do. No Good Deed. A couple people had messaged me about it and were like, it's a lot like this, or it's a lot like that, or you would really like it. It feels very similar to me, of like based on a true story that's on Peacock. It's about a couple. It's Ray Romano and Lisa Kudrow, who I love Lisa Kudrow. I'm not a big Ray Romano fan. And they live in this house in California, and this is literally what the synopsis says when you read it, so I'm not ruining it for anybody, okay? Because I read it last night, so I know what it says. And they're trying to sell their house, but the house has some kind of like dark past, and there's like 3 couples that are like vying to buy the house. and they don't really want to sell it. But anyway, so it goes into that. It's considered a dark comedy. I'm on the 5th episode, so I have 5, 6, 7, and 8 to watch. It's like 30, 35 minutes each episode. I wouldn't say I love it. I wouldn't say I love it at all. If it wasn't on the top 10, and I wasn't going to finish to cover it for, because there's been a lot coming out about it, and a lot of people have been talking about it. It's called No Good Deed. There's been a lot of write-ups about it. A lot of people have reached out to me about it. I have had it on my list for like a month or two. If I wasn't going to watch it to cover it for my Peter Watches TV channel, I probably would have stopped watching it after one episode. It's got a lot of really great people in it. It's Lisa Kudrow, Ray Romano, Dennis Leary is in it. The different character actors that are in it are all like people that have been in other things. It's a great cast. I just don't think it's that great of a show. I don't know. I'm kind of like this through the episodes. Not like, you know what I mean? So anyway, I watched like an episode of that. Oh, I know what I did. So I watched an episode of that, and then I was like, I want to listen to some of my audiobook. So I have a half an hour of my audiobook, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I love it. It's really, really good. It is a perfect mix between like a cozy mystery and like a thriller. It's more, I would say, cozy mystery than thriller. But it is a thriller a little bit. It's more of a mystery, like an Agatha Christie kind of mystery. But it's also got kind of like rom-com effects to it. It feels more like something you would watch on TV than it feels like based on a true story. It's like one of those kind of things, always like couples running around trying to solve something. It feels very much like that. But for the book, it works, and I love it. I will say this. I was telling Nikki this last night. If you're going to read it and you have Audible and you listen to some Audible books, I would suggest listening to this. Because the narration is fantastic, and there's little acting parts throughout it. Not tons, but a little bit. And I love the audio version of it. So I have a half an hour of that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to this book. What am I going to do while I'm listening to this book? Because I want to listen to like an hour of it. So I was like, looking through my list. Because over here, I have a list of all these things that I want to get done. My to-do list. And so I have like all these things that I wanted to get done before the end of the year. Like, before the next big thing will be spring cleaning. And one of those things was I wanted to take all my shorts down from the closet, put all my sweaters up there, go through everything in the closet. I had stuff that I had purchased that was in the corner. I wanted to put it in the closet. I had laundry that was folded in the basement. I wanted to bring it all up, and I wanted to put everything in the closet so that everything was perfectly in the closet again. So I did that. I took an hour last night and I did that. I put all my shorts in the basement in like the plastic container in the basement. I brought the sweaters up. I put the sweaters upstairs. I had bought a couple new sweaters, so I put those upstairs. Did all that last night. And then got all that done. I did something else, too, around here. Because I was like, you were really productive for feeling like crap last night. Oh, I did like 4 loads of laundry last night. I did 2 loads of towels and 2 loads of clothes. Cleaned out the bathroom closet partly. Cleaned out the linen closet a little bit. I put some of the linens away. Cleaned up the bedroom a little bit more. But my side of the bedroom, well, Alex's side is always like pretty clean. But my side of the closet is like exactly how I want it now. So I don't really have a lot of extra space in there, so at some point I might need to go back through there and be like, I might have to weed through it a little bit. But anyway, and then it was like midnight or something like that. It was like close to midnight. Maybe it was after, it was like 12:15, I can't remember. And Nikki and I were texting, and I was like, have you read the Christmas books yet? And she was like, no. And she was putting on, I think, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And so I ended up calling her to ask her something. I can't remember what I called her to ask her. But I was telling her, so Alex went Christmas shopping yesterday, but then he went and he bought himself some stuff at the mall too. We always do this for ourselves for Christmas. Like, we buy, you know, our personally, like, stuff that we want. So anyway, he came home and he was like, and I bought this and I bought that and whatever. But they're Christmas presents for me. Well, I had some Christmas presents that I wanted to buy for myself too. So, oh, that's how we got talking. I was sending her stuff about, I don't need a new bag right now. I just don't. Like, I have enough nice bags. But I was like looking at these Louis Vuitton bags. There's a couple that I really, really love, in case anybody wants to buy me one. There's like a blue trunk. Well, it's like this big. and it has like cool stuff on it. And then there's a dog bone Louis Vuitton bag that I would love to have, but it's ridiculous. They're ridiculously priced too. They're between $3,000 and $4,000. So anyway, but I have been looking at, so my cousin Caroline, she does Pilates like 3 days a week, and she loves Pilates. And so she really wanted a pair of those Alo shoes. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The ALO. It's like a yoga brand, like an activewear brand. There's like Athletica, there's like Lululemon, there's like Alo. Well, I had started like looking at Alo stuff. This is how far away I look. I had seen like people have the shoes on it that said like Alo and like the jackets and stuff like that. And I really liked it, but it's kind of not what I typically wear. It's very like sporty, preppy, kind of like, you know, it's not like, I don't wear a lot of that, like, obviously I'm not that sporty, I'm not that active, so I don't really wear that kind of stuff. But I did wear that, I did like that I saw that people, friends of mine had it on. Then I noticed on Vanderpump Rules, I don't remember, I think it was Tom Sandoval, embarrassingly enough, but had like the Alo hat on. And I was like, oh, I like that trucker hat. I just don't like it when it says like this is one thing because this is kind of an obscure brand, Hot Rod Los Angeles. It's not like, but when it's like a brand like, you know, that everybody wears, everybody do what you love. I'm just talking about for me, right? So I have two of these right here. Hot Rod LA, Hot Rod LA. But I was like, that's kind of like not typical for me. I mean, like to wear the icon hat, like D squared, it's not like everywhere I went I would see them. I feel like I see like in a day at least one Alo hat, you know what I mean? And so, but I really, really like the trucker hat. Well, Caroline wanted to get a pair of their shoes. And I was like, how do you know what shoes? She's like, they only have like 2 pairs of like active shoes. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, they only have like 2 pairs of like active like yoga shoes. I was like, that can't be. And so she ended up getting, she wanted a white pair and she got them and she loved them. She said they were so comfortable. So I was like looking online. Well, what kept on coming up on my Instagram, remember I said I wasn't going to get any new coats? Okay, well that was a lie straight from the pit of hell because I got a new coat last night. So, hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Thank you again for those that, hold on, please. Okay, so thank you so much for those of you that said bless you and I love you and all that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, oh my God, chills. Where's the rest of my other in here? I was like, where's the rest of my Kleenex? It's like my mom. Here's how my mom was. Hold on. My mom was like this. She'd always have like Kleenex. Did your mom ever do that? Like in her robe pockets or in her robe sleeve or like in a hoodie or something like that. Anyway, so I was like looking at this stuff last night. It's expensive. Their stuff is expensive. It's not cheap. And so I wanted to get this like Sherpa coat. They have like it in black, white, and then like a beige-ish color. And I love just like all, I've been trying to wear like more colors, but I love the browns and the blacks. You guys know I love the neutrals. So I got online and I was like talking to Nikki and I was like, look at this stuff online. Tell me if it was so funny, you guys, this whole excursion, okay? I was like, tell me if you like this stuff. Tell me if you don't like this stuff. So like she was going through and she's like, ooh, I like this for me. And ooh, I like this for me. And I was like, okay, but we're shopping for me right now, Nikki. I said, and she started laughing. She does it to me too. She'll get me online and be like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this Marc Jacobs purse? We were talking all about bags last night. We were talking all about our dream bags that we would love to have. But anyway, so so we were going through this stuff and she was like helping me with the trucker hats because they have like a brown one that's like this color. And she was like, oh, I really like you in that brown color. People like always compliment you when you wear that brown color. Do y'all compliment me on this color? So I got a hat that almost matches this perfectly because Nikki told me to. But then I was like, I'm gonna get the black one too. And then I got the shoes and I got the coat. And then I got like 2 or 3 free gifts. I got something else. I got, okay, wait, 2 hats, a pair of shoes, the coat. I got one other thing too. Maybe the chapstick? I don't remember. But then you get 2 free gifts. So anyway, I got that from Alo last night. And it was kind of expensive, but I'm excited about it. I mean, I'm always excited when I order stuff, but I haven't been that excited in a while. Because I've been looking at it for a while. Does anybody use the Alo stuff out there? ALO. And here's my, am I pronouncing it correctly? And the other thing I would say is, Do any of you out there wear Lululemon stuff? I mean, I have friends of mine whose like kids are in high school and they're buying them like $300 pairs of pants because they want those pants so bad. Those Lululemon pants and the shirts that have like the holes through them. I love that stuff. But is it worth it? Does it really like last? I mean, would you guys swear by the Lululemon stuff? I should look up Lululemon. I haven't looked up. And honestly, I like the Aloe stuff more. And then Alex today told me, he goes, I was telling him that I got all this stuff at brunch, and he said that they have an Aloe store at the mall, and I was not aware of that. Caroline really likes that brand, so does Tanya, Athletica. Technical, okay, let's look at the men's here, Lululemon. Gifts for him. I mean, their stuff is really cute. I mean, I just love that kind of like very neutral, bland style. One for them, make it two. Okay. I mean, their hoodies look very athletic. Okay, let's see. The twill pants, I wouldn't wear those. They're too athletic looking. Okay. Pace breaker jogger, they just look like sweatpants to me. Shop shoes. Let's see what the Lululemon shoes look like. I mean, I know that they're supposed to probably be good for you. Oh, they're almost exactly, I think they're exactly the same price. That is so crazy that their running shoe, I think, is exactly the same price as the Aloe running shoe. $168. I have to look, because that'll be so crazy if it's the exact same brand. I'm almost positive, because I just ordered the shoes last night. They're exactly the same brand, or exactly the same price. Isn't that kind of weird? That would be the, okay, let's look up. Men. Where's the shoes? Shoes. If it's the same price, I will be, like, that'll be so crazy. No. The Aloe ones are $185. Did I spend that much money? I don't even really like the Lululemon. I like the Lululemon slides. I'm not a big slide person, though. I mean, I have a couple pairs. I used to make fun of them. I thought they were so ridiculous. I still kind of think they are. They're not comfortable on me at all. Alex loves slides so much. I don't like them. I think they're so uncomfortable. Their shoes are ugly. I don't know that I love a lot of this Lululemon stuff. Let's look at their crossbody bags. Anything that I would wear? I mean, they're sporty. Lululemon and Disney for $58. I probably, these are not crossbody bags. First of all, they're bum bags. Belt bags. It's multi-pocket crossbody bag, $68. No, I wouldn't wear these. Oh, they have like a Disney collaboration I did. Oh, that one's not bad. Everywhere crossbody bag, $88. Wonder Puff. That's cute. I know people that love their stuff. I have friends of mine that swear by their stuff. I don't know. I don't think Athletica has any men's stuff, do they? I'm almost positive they don't. Maybe they do. I don't know. Oh, Athleta. Athleta is what it's called. What's the difference between Fabletics and Athleta? Anyway, Caroline and Tanya both love this brand, Athleta. They don't have men's stuff. Caroline said that the best bathing suit she ever bought, she got from Athleta. It's all women's stuff. Power of She. Their stuff is cute, though. But see, I think their stuff is kind of, oh my god. Easy Fleece mid-rise straight cargo pant. They're very cute. They look like cargo pants, but sweatpants. $109. Oh, 30% off at checkout. Sweatshirts plain. I mean, a lot of this stuff you could probably just honestly get. Maybe it's not as high quality, but at the Meijer, just a cheaper brand. Some of my favorite stuff that I got, which by the way, I do need to get some sweat shorts because I'm almost like, I'm like down to 3 that fit because the other ones are too baggy. Anyway, okay, so last night I watched, oh, this is what I was going to say. So last night I listened to an hour of that book and I took down all the shorts from the closet. Did I already say this? I probably did. I took down all the shorts from the closet, all the summer stuff. Well, not the t-shirts and stuff, but all the shorts. And I put all the sweaters in the closet. So the closet is exactly how I want it to be now. And then I am down to a half an hour of The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. So when I finish that today, I think I might save the Jacqueline Frost book until next weekend, because it's like the fifth one in the Christmas Tree Farm mystery series, which Mare started the other day while she was doing a bunch of stuff. She's been direct messaging me a lot about it, and she's on the fifth one now. So I think I might listen to that one next, because it's the one I'm not going to be able to get through probably 10 more books. I have exactly 10 more books to finish in, like, what, 10 days from today? It's Christmas Day. Is it 10 days from today, or are we on the 16th? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 11 days. Well, really, I'm not going to read a book, you know, past probably Christmas Eve. So that's like a book a day. There's no way that I can do that. So a couple of these books are going to have to go till next year. So I definitely want to read the the Christmas Tree Farm mystery book, because I love the Jacqueline Frost books. But I also want to read Christmas on the Murder on the Christmas Express, because that was the one that I was going to read last year and I didn't read it. And I also want to read I want to read them all, but I'm not going to get to them. So anyway. So I listened to that book last night, got the closet done. What else did I do? I did something else down here. Did I tell you guys about the problem with mice that we have right now? Okay, so I swear I saw one in the basement last night, okay? I swear I saw one in the basement, like up. Our basement's unfinished, so it's like where the cement like almost goes. I swear I saw one running around. I could have been wrong. But anyway, one night, which I said to Nikki last night, I think I was talking to her on the phone when I was in the basement, we had crickets. Now I don't see crickets anywhere in the basement. And she's like, well, maybe if you have mice, the mice are feeding on the crickets. And I was like, could that be a real thing? I don't know. But in the middle of the night, like a week ago, I don't know if I talked about this, but I went out to the garage. Now, our garage is cold. It's not heated, okay? Like, I mean, it's like as cold as outside is. And I was taking stuff to the trash can in, like, the middle of the night, and I opened the front door, like, and turned on the light, and I looked down, and, like, on the concrete step going down to the garage was, like, a mouse. And it was, like, it, like, ran off, like, it saw me and, like, ran off and scurried, like, over to the side somewhere. I don't know if there's like a hole over there and it went into the wall. I don't know. We've got stuff around the side of the wall. So apparently, so I said something to Alex, and Alex was like, well, let's get some of those humane traps, okay? We already have some humane traps that we got from several years ago, and we had a mouse in the kitchen. Remember that? So I was like, okay, well, you got to get like the cheese or whatever, the peanut butter or whatever you do to, I don't think it's peanut butter, I think it's cheese for, well, obviously for mice, but there's like a special way that you do it in these humane traps. The thing with the humane traps is they just don't work real great. And then to release them out into like 20-degree weather, I don't know. So anyway, then I started feeling real bad about it. And I was like, because I just read this book about mice that live in this house and then they live in the doll's house. So now I don't know really what to do about the mice. I don't think it's like tons of mice. I think it's like, I don't know if it's the same mouse. I don't know if we have a family of mice. I don't really know what it is. But I think that they killed all the crickets. Because the crickets, I don't hear them at all in the basement anymore. And it's been like a long time. Like, I mean, years of like hearing crickets in the basement with the dogs and stuff like that. Nikki last night, she was like, you need to get another dog so you get this. When we had like the dogs here, like at one point, because I think I said on here, I was like, it's so weird that I remember like I would see it like run by in the kitchen. Do you remember that? Okay, well, the one that was in the garage was bigger than that one. That was like a baby mouse. This one was like twice as big as that. It was not a rat. It was a mouse. It was a mouse. I mean, not that it would really, I don't know that it would matter. But anyway, we had like, you know, a cat-sized sewer rat in our garage. That would totally be my luck. Anyway, knowing me, I probably want to like keep it and name it and keep it as a pet. But I can remember at the time being like, I think Tucker was still alive too, and I was like, I can't believe us having these dogs in the house. Like, they're the most like worthless, like, you know, like hunting dogs, because like these mice are just running around in the kitchen. They don't care that we have any dogs in there. So I don't think that they're back because Boo's not here anymore. I don't think it was like Boo was I think he was probably friends with the mice or something. I don't know. We've probably just had them all the time. I said something to Alex, and Alex goes, first of all, everybody that I talk to in the neighborhood, whenever I say something about bugs or whatever, they're always like, yeah, we all have them. Whenever I say something to Tanya, Tanya's like, you act like you haven't lived in Indiana your entire life. That there aren't like field mice in everybody's yard, that everybody's yard that doesn't back up to trees, that you don't have like bugs and snakes and mice in your yard. That's just kind of like a common Midwestern thing. And she's like, you always act like, you know, like daddy long legs in your house is like a weird thing. But when I was growing up as a kid, it wasn't. You know, Tanya always laughs about that. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll even do anything about the mice whatsoever. But I can feel bad because I kind of want them to have a place to live through Christmas and winter. Because I just read The Great Christmas Kidnapping Caper, which was about these 3 mice. And then I just read the other book, the Rumor Godfrey book, that was about Bonnie the mouse that was looking for a house for her and her siblings. I feel bad. Oh my God, my nose is itching so bad. Oh, okay. So anyway, I guess I was already probably talking about the TV show, wasn't I? Oh yeah, because I started that earlier. Oh, I took another nap. That was when... Did I take a nap and then I took a shower? I can't remember how it went. But anyway, I took a second nap because I just was like so drained. Like, I don't feel like from here down, it's like I couldn't go run a marathon, but it's not like, you know, like when you get sick and you feel like muscle aches and stuff like that. I don't necessarily feel like that. I just feel low energy. I'm just tired a lot, but I don't feel like, oh, like my bones are creaking and my muscles are hurting and stuff like that. It's just kind of all in my head, which is why I think it's a head cold. But I've been tired and I was really tired. Nikki just texted me. She's like, are you feeling better? But I feel better. No, she was texting me, are you feeling better? It's just in my head. It's not like my body, if that makes sense. But last night I was so tired. I was like, I'm going to lay down. I know Alex isn't going to be home anytime soon, blah, blah, whatever. So I still have time to watch my shows. So anyway, I cleaned up all of that. I think that was after I took my nap and my shower. It was, because I was waiting to read the books. And then Nikki and I were talking, and then we ended up talking to like 1:15 in the morning. And then I was like doing stuff around the house, ordering stuff online, doing stuff around the house. I was talking to her on the phone, and then I got off so I could read the books. Then I read the Christmas books. I read some more of Maximum Ride, the James Patterson book. And then I went in, and I wanted to watch that movie called Carry On. That's on Netflix. Okay, so this movie apparently just came out and it's already on top 10 on Netflix. It's about this guy. You know what? I'm just going to read the synopsis because I don't want anybody to... Well, you know what? Here, I'll just give you the synopsis of it. It's about this guy and his girlfriend, and they both work at the airport, and then there's this guy, and he is, like, anyway, a bad guy. And he's trying to get something on an airplane. And so it's kind of like a hostage kind of like situation. It's basically Die Hard 2024, but not as good. I watched it last night. I liked it. I did think it was good. I think there will be a sequel to it. I liked all the people that were in it. I thought it was, I don't know. It didn't have... because I was talking to Nikki last night about wanting to watch it before I watched it. And I was like... The previews reminded me of Die Hard. She was like, I've never watched Die Hard. And I was like, you've never seen Die Hard? And she's like, no. And I told my mom that I would watch it before Christmas and blah, 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 whatever. And I said, well, you know, Die Hard is considered a Christmas movie because it takes place on Christmas. I think it's Christmas Day in that building, whatever building that Bruce Willis saves Bonnie Bedelia from or whatever. And then the second one is my favorite, actually, which takes place in the airport in New York. That's my favorite one because it's snowing, it's blizzardy outside. It feels very Christmassy. I think I watched that one last year. I'm like starting to feel worse. So anyway, my head is starting to hurt and stuff. This kind of reminds me of the second one that takes place in the airport. I mean, neither one of them are like Oscar-winning acting. Let's just be for real. The battery just went to the halfway mark. Neither one of them are like Oscar-winning acting. I did like the guy that played the main star in this Carry On. It's good. It doesn't really have anything to do... Well, first of all, it happens on Christmas Eve. And I think other than them waking up and mentioning in the first 5 minutes that it's Christmas Eve, I don't think that there's really like... I mean, they talk about like how busy it is at the airport for Christmas season. But other than that, I don't think that you would know it was Christmas Eve at all. Whereas with the Die Hard movies, they do like a really good job of letting you know that it's like Christmas Eve. You know what I mean? So this will not go down in the history of being like a great Christmas movie. I just want to tell you, like, I went into it watching it being like, I cannot wait to watch a thriller that also happens to happen on Christmas Eve. It's a thriller that happens on Christmas Eve, but it doesn't feel like it's Christmas Eve. The only reasons is that they say it's Christmas Eve, there's a Christmas tree up, and the lines are really crazy at the airport. But there's not a whole lot other than that that's about, it has nothing to do really with Christmas. But it was good, and it did keep my interest peaked, and it's a little under 2 hours, it's like an hour and 54 minutes or something like that. It is kind of a nail biter though, I will tell you that, because you never know what's going to happen next. But the other thing is that you're not really that invested. The camera stopped. I can't believe I'm at an hour already. I wasn't really that interested or that invested in the characters that I really cared that deeply, you know? So anyway, when I finished that, I got done with that and I watched like, oh, Alex came home when right after I had started that. And so he was like, he came in, we talked for a little bit, he was telling me about the party and stuff like that. And then he was like, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed. And I said, okay. So he went upstairs and he went to bed. I'm trying to think. You had all the candles lit. I'm trying to figure out what time that would have been. Well, anyway, and then I went and I watched the rest of the movie because I said, if you're just going to like lay in bed and look at TikToks, let me know and I won't put my AirPods in. Because if he's just like laying in bed, like watching TikToks or whatever, like if we're both watching a show where he's sleeping or I'm sleeping, the other one wears like AirPods down here so we don't like wake up the other person, you know, upstairs. And he like went upstairs and he turned on the fan and he goes, I'm gonna go to sleep right now. And I said, okay. So I went in and I got my AirPods. Oh, that's when I noticed that I knew there was something about the candles. I wasn't connecting. I hadn't put any wax melts in the wax melt burner. And so I did the ones that are called, hold on a second. These are the ones that I would not buy from Happy Wax. Bourbon something. I think it's bourbon and wood. I've used them one other time. Yeah, bourbon and wood. I did not like these at all. I would not use them again. Look at the there's a whole Happy Wax website. Let's go over here and see what they have. Oh my God, you know what? I couldn't find the candle wax warmer. They have wax warmers on here. Are they cool ones? Oh, they are kind of cool. 44. No, ma'am. Who's spending that kind of money on that? That's plain. Timer outlet wall plug-in. I would not want to plug in. Would you? I would feel does anybody use those? The plug-ins? Timer outlet wall plug-in wax warmers that you plug them in the wall. That would make me nervous. Well, before I get into this, let me just say. So I finished that movie, Carry On. If you like action movies, I would highly recommend it. It's a new action movie, and why would you not watch it? Do I think it's the best one in the entire world? No. Do I think it's horrible? No. I'll probably do a full reaction over on my Peter Watches TV channel, but I've got like 20 movies and videos and series to cover over there. More than that, probably 30 or 40. So, before I get to that, I'll just say, if you like thrillers and you like action movies, it's good. It holds its own. I don't think it's the best in the world. But it's to throw on a movie on Netflix for, you know, just to hang out and watch for the night, yeah, I think it's great. I mean, I don't think it's great, but I think it's a fun watch. And I did like the guy by the end of it. You don't really know much about his girlfriend by the end of it, but it's cute. So anyway, so I watched that, and then when I got done with that, I read a lot. That's what I did. I read a lot last night. Why do I feel like I finished a book last night? I listened to the audiobook. Like an hour of it, maybe a little bit more than an hour. I read a lot of Maximum Ride. I read my those Advent calendar books. Something needs to happen in them. One of them, 25 Days, if you're reading 25 Days. It got so weird just in the last couple days. I don't want to say what in case you're not there yet. But it got so weird just in the last couple days. And the Xmas Break, I feel like it's going to end up being like the craziest story in the world or absolutely nothing. Just like a comedy of errors. Like I feel like it's one or the other. I mean, we're 10 days out. Something's got to happen on both of them. You know what I mean? So I read a lot of the Maximum Ride book. I want to finish it today if I can. There's no way I'm going to finish it today. I think I still have like 150 pages, 200 pages to finish. So that's not going to happen today. But unless I just sit down there and just lay in bed and read. I did that last night. I'm not somebody that loves to sit in bed and read. I romanticize about that. I bought that reading pillow and everything. I like the idea of sitting in bed and reading, but once I get in bed and read, I don't enjoy it. I'm not that comfortable doing it. So I don't do it that often. But the last couple of days when I've been sick, I've been taking that Maximum Ride book, that James Patterson book. There's something about those James Patterson paperbacks that are just real easy to carry around everywhere. I know that's going to sound so cheesy, but I just put a bookmark in them and I carry them around with me everywhere. Oh, in that book, what does she call it? In the Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, she calls it her extra paperback or something, that she carries around an extra book with her all the time in her purse in case she's bored. It's not the book that she's reading at home, but she carries like an extra one with her in her purse all the time. So if she needs something else to read, that she's got something else to read at home, right? Or read while she's out. I thought that was kind of cute. So anyway, I have been reading a little bit more in bed, but like a chapter or two, and then my eyes start getting tired, which now I understand why is people read before they go to bed, but I don't usually. So anyway, but there's something fun about carrying those James Patterson books. Now I just want to own all the James Patterson books, paperbacks. What is my new obsession with the James Patterson books? Can you even see? I don't know if you can see, but I went through and I rearranged. So the third, I don't know if you can see, it's right below the A and P. The third one with the little Buddha next to it, that's my James Patterson section right now. Those are all my new James Patterson books. And the one that I bought at Costco the other day with Caroline, it's not on there yet. So... watch her fill up. I think I showed that yesterday. Oh my God. I'm like burning up, but I don't feel like I have a fever. So anyway, after I got done with the movie, I watched No Good Deed. And at that point, it was like 5-something in the morning, and I was like, you need to go to bed. But I had taken 2 naps, and so I was kind of awake. But I was like, you need to go to bed. And so I had drank some like sleep tea. I actually bought some more of it because I was almost out of it. So I bought some more of it last night too. And I drank some of the sleep tea, blew out my candles, and then I went upstairs. Like I blew them out when I made the sleep tea. That's what I typically do. When I make my last cup of tea is when I blow out my candles and I know that they're out for the night. So I blew them out. I watched like an episode and a half of No Good Deed. It's okay. I mean, okay, I added quite a few shows last night to my... It's okay. I don't know that I would recommend it. People were messaging me and they were like, it is so good. People were comparing it to other shows and they were like, it is so good. Like I binge watched the whole thing. I know that a lot of people out there are binge watching it, and so I'm watching it as well because I want to react to it. I know that it's getting a lot of hype right now, so I want to watch it conclusively and see how it ends. I think it's a very smart show. I think that it's interesting because it's really about secrets that couples keep. But it's a very smart show because, I mean, it's comedic in some parts, but it's really about sadness in a lot of these people's lives. I don't know, maybe I'm just not in the place to watch it right now. You know? With like feeling like after having Boo passed and feeling like a lot of, you know, like sadness and anxiety, and I don't know, maybe it's just not the show for me to watch right now. But I don't think even if I wasn't going through that, I would enjoy it that much. I love Lisa Kudrow. It's a different Lisa Kudrow. She's very sad in this show. I think Lisa Kudrow is a fantastic actress. I mean, I think, actually, the one that I loved of hers, if you ever watched it, I think they only did 1 season of it on HBO. It was called The Comeback with Lisa Kudrow, and it was fantastic. It was about how she'd been a comedian, and I think it only has 1 season. But anyway, let's look it up really quick and see where you can watch it if you want to watch it. It's so good. What else did I watch with her that I really liked? The Comeback, Lisa Kudrow, American sitcom. It was on, yeah, you can watch it on Max. 21 episodes. I didn't realize there was 21 episodes. Let's look up Lisa Kudrow and see, what else am I thinking of that I just feel like I watched just recently with her? That was really good. Her career kind of reminds me a little bit of the career of Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, Jean Smart a little bit. Like, I felt like, I mean, Jean Smart, I think, older than her, but has she not been in anything recently? Why did I feel like she was in something recently? I had that stupid Janet Jackson song, When I Think of You, because I sang it in my drama video the other day. I have it stuck in my head. Space Force. She's done a lot of, like, animated movies. She was in The Girl on the Train. I don't remember her in that movie. What has she been in recently? Anyway, I don't know, but she's in this No Good Deed. It says the comeback was 2005 to 2014. How is that? I guess it is 2 seasons. Did it start in 2005 and then it came back in 2014? I should watch it again. She's hilarious in it. She's really, really good. But anyway, last night I added some shows to my binge watching list. Okay. I should put the comeback on there, shouldn't I? Okay. What was this coupon that I got from Gordon Brothers? No, don't need the hat. Okay. Videos this week. I made a list last night, my videos last week. This week, shows to binge 2024. Christmas books, I went through. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to finish in 11 days. I made goals for 2025. I started those last night. Weekly TV shows. Okay. Kings of Tupelo. I wrote my notes for that, so that'll be up sometime the next week. Okay, shows to binge. So these, I have so many shows on here. These are the shows that I added last night. Okay, Andy Cohen was talking about Friday Night Lights the other night on Watch What Happens Live. So I added Friday Night Lights the other night and The Agency, 6 Feet Under, Black Doves, Earth Abides, which just started on MGM. My chest is starting to hurt a little bit. Probably from stupid cough. But then last night I added the new season of Silo. It's got like 6 episodes out so far. Before, which this week is the finale of that. I think Lisa Kudrow's in that. No. Who is in Before? Applecast. It's some woman that I love when they're... Judith Light. Before, Slow Horses on Apple, Disclaimer on Apple, Where's Wanda on Apple, and You Would Do It Too on Apple. So I added all those Apple shows because I love Apple shows so much. So yeah, so watch those, watched a bunch of shows last night, and then, yeah, I cleaned the kitchen and did a bunch of laundry, and, why do I feel like there was like some project that I wanted to tell you guys that I did? I got all this stuff up from doing the basement, like taking the sweaters up and moving them and the shorts down was like this big thing because I had to move them I brought them all down like in a, what do you call it, in like a laundry basket, and then I had to move the sweaters out of the plastic container into anyway, it was this whole thing. But I got all that done last night, got the closet exactly how I wanted, made the bed real cozy, cleaned up the bedroom, got it all sorted out, put the ghost blanket away, folded up Boo Radley's blankets. Now we just need to like steam vacuum them up. Not steam vacuum them up, but put them in the container like Alex likes to do. We just need to do that. And then, yeah, so it was a nice relaxing night last night. I'm just over being sick. The battery's gonna stop. So I don't have to rush with an ending, and I'm not gonna vlog a whole lot more, but I'm gonna go get another battery, and I will be right back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. By the way, every time that I get up and I move, whether it's from that chair to the kitchen, from the bed to the bathroom or whatever, I go through this like huge like sneezing fit. Does that happen to anybody else either when you move? What is it about that? Like I got up to get a battery and when I came back I was like, achoo, achoo, achoo. I was like sneezing like, choo. I was like sneezing like crazy, you know? So anyway, tonight, oh, by the way, I put up on my Instagram, I kind of thought about this. I was like, I mean, I know it won't get like tons of views and I don't really care. But I do feel like, even if it just helps one person, and I do kind of want to do something special to commemorate it, obviously, for my YouTube channel. I think that on Tuesday, for my sobriety birthday, I am going to do a video that is specific just to sobriety and addiction. I put up on my Instagram, I put up like a Q&A over there. I can't remember how I said it. I said, Something like, what do you guys want me to talk about over here? Hold on a second. The reason I mention it is by the time that this vlog goes up, you guys will still have time to go over there. Hold on a second. I want to read one of the other things. Oh, here it is. I put it up 10 hours ago. So by the time this vlog is up, you guys will still have time to go over there and respond to it. I said, it's just this. And I said, I'm wanting to do a special addiction recovery video for my upcoming 30th sobriety birthday this week. Let me know what specifically you'd like me to share about my experience, love you. Because I'd like to do it a little bit different. I haven't gone in here and read any of these. Let me go in here and see. Oh, this was somebody gave me the suggestion on my vlog the other day. Somebody said 30 things you've learned in 30 years. I think that would be good. Oh, this was an interesting one. Since you became sober right before Christmas, did it change how you feel about Christmas? It's so interesting because they are vastly different. Like, people ask me, like, do I crave alcohol, to what was detox like, which I think those are really interesting questions. I think being 30, I mean, I still remember, but has it changed Christmas for me? I do want to talk about that. That's a good one. But before I get into that, I do want to say that I put this on here, and like when I share like memes and things like that on Instagram. So I go through Instagram probably several times a day. If you guys follow my Instagram, you know that. And it's like little pictures of like, hold on a second, I'll show you. Oh, this is a Mother Teresa quote, but then it's like these little pictures of like Christmas and stuff like that. I love those little pictures. But very rarely when I share like little funny memes, I'm starting to share more funny stuff. But do I get as many responses? I mean, I probably got, no lie, like 100 responses. And this isn't even mine. I just reshared it from Christmas Vibes. And it's just this little thing right here. And it says, hear me out, a party bus. But it stops at coffee shops and then drives around town looking at Christmas lights. I got so many people. First of all, I got quite a few people that were like, oh my God, I'm doing that this weekend. Like, somebody reached out to me and said that they rented a limo, I think for them and their kids, like them and their daughters and their daughters' friends and their friends, that they were doing that with a limo, which I think sounds like so much fun to go through like coffee shops and get like coffee and hot chocolate and go look at, you know, like all the like Christmas lights. I mean, you could do it for like 3 or 4 hours, you know? And then somebody else said that their mom did it like every year. I mean, people were sharing so many different like stories with me about how they go and look at Christmas lights. And you know what's so interesting about that is, other than the gas that it takes, I mean, you can literally make coffee at home or hot chocolate at home. Other than the gas that it takes to drive around and look at Christmas lights, it's free. You know, when we come home from Armenia on Tuesday, there's this house that Tanya and I, oh, you know what, I didn't even realize, because this Tuesday is my sobriety birthday. The next Tuesday is Christmas Eve. So that's the last time that we'll be looking at those Christmas lights. I don't know why that just kind of made me real sad. Do you remember Tanya and I used to always go to the John Deere lights and look at those? Well, now they sold those to like Conner Prairie, so those John Deere lights aren't up anymore. I think I did a whole vlog about that, showing Tanya and I driving through the John Deere lights. I used to love those so much. We did that like all the time. But anyway, there's this one street on our way home. It's like this residential street that these people, I may have filmed it years ago when I was vlogging. I think I did. I think they do it till like 11 or 12 o'clock at night. They have all these crazy lights that go off on their house. And like in their yard, they have like a sign that says if you turn your radio station to such and such radio station, it'll like sync up with the music. When Tanya and I drove by there the other night on the way home from our meeting, which was like 9:15 or something like that, 9:20, there was literally like a school bus out there of like, I mean, not like a literal school bus, but it was like a school bus kind of like size, like a smaller one, of like people that were like going around looking at Christmas lights. I was like, this is so cool. When you think about it, it's like, that is something that's priceless to do, you know, get the family and get a bunch of hot chocolate or coffee and just go around and put Christmas music on in your car. I mean, that takes like nothing, you know? So anyway, I love that that was on there. But, so yeah, Tuesday I want to do a video about, specifically about my sobriety. You can put it on this video too. I mean, I read all the comments. Last night I was pretty active in the comments. Like, right as the vlog went up, I started like responding to comments. If you guys have suggestions, I might do the 30 things I've learned in 30 years. I'm gonna have to really think that video out though, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Let me know. God, I'm like, feel like I'm burning up and I do not have a fever. It's the weirdest thing. It's kind of like emanating from here up. But if you guys have suggestions for a video that I could do on, I think this is the thing. I think that doing a video about 30 things I've learned in 30 years of sobriety is a great video. I think think a lot of people after about 4 or 5 would probably click out. You know what I mean? I think it's a good idea. I don't know if that's the video that I want to do on that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I need to do a couple over the next month or two. But I love talking about sobriety and addiction. So if you guys have any ideas, any creative ideas, let me know. I don't want to just do a retelling of, like, you know, getting sober and all that kind of stuff. I would just do a Q&A and answer questions like, what was detox like? Before I get into the what was Christmas like, or why it's changed my perspective of Christmas, because it has changed my perspective of Christmas. And I've actually talked about that on here before. And, oh, Rosie Perez is in the show before too. And I think that's a good conversation to have. But before I do, I want to read about this wax, Happy Wax. Okay, so they have these outlet plug-in wax warmers. You like plug them in like into a socket, you know, but then you put the candle at wax. I would be so nervous to do that. I don't know why it would be I guess it wouldn't be any different then. But anyway, their wax warmers range from, they have them in every color, from $44.95 to the minis that are $29.95, which is both been more expensive than the fireplaces, and I love the fireplaces. Okay, they have candles too. Oh, all their scents they have in candles. Amalfi single wick candle. My throat is starting to hurt. Build a starter kit. Oh, you buy like, okay. Holiday gift guide. Sparkling sugar plum. I haven't seen that one. Funnel and cashmere. Let's look at the wax melts. Okay. Let's see all the flavors of the wax melts. Seasonal subscription box. 70. It was $122.35. And now it is down to $75. What the F is in that? 1 year prepaid. So it's, okay. So you pay $75, but you get 4 boxes a year. That's not bad. No. That's like less than $20 or $25 a box. You get exclusive limited edition 10s. I might do this. Okay, what do you get? Seasonal subscription box details. Okay, when you sign up for the seasonal subscription box, you'll receive 1 box each season. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Your subscription automatically continues each season until you decide to cancel within your account at least 2 days prior to your upcoming bill date. Oh my god, I wonder if it does that with Shy Wolf, because I need to renew my Shy Wolf subscription, so I hope that it just rebills me. Please note, ship dates are subject to change. A subscription box is a final sale and not eligible for return and does not qualify for a happiness guarantee. Made and mailed with love by our team in Hillsborough, North Carolina. Okay, well, what's in it? Does it say? It shows that each box has a collector's club winter holiday. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 packets and a candle. That can't be. It can't be that much that you get in there. It has all these people showing like what you get in there. I might have to do that. Does anybody do the Happy Wax? See, subscribe now. See how you do it. What? Why is it $250? Okay, I don't understand why the seasonal subscription box, it's supposed to be on sale for $122.35. It's supposed to be $75. This is weird. And it makes it $250. Well, I can tell you, I definitely will not be buying it for $250. Oh, now it's saying quarterly subscription. Receive 1 seasonal box. Oh. Okay, so how does that even work? Okay, we're going to open the calculator. We're going to do some mathematics here. Okay. So it was 122.35 times 4. The subscription box was $4.89. Yeah, it came exactly that. Now it's $75 per box times 4. It's $300. So if you buy 1 year prepaid for $250, you're still getting $50. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. I think $75 a box is expensive, but I think that's a good deal. But I wouldn't buy probably any more other. But what do you get in it? Join the Happy Wax Collectors Club and experience the joy of a curated seasonal subscription box. Each of our seasonal collections, plus exclusive limited edition scents, will be delivered. I mean, it doesn't really say what's in it. I mean, I don't want to buy it unless this, I mean, it doesn't say like you get this, you get that. All the reviews are good. Love the most of the box. The cashmere flannel is amazing. Was all that I hoped it would be. I'm thrilled with purchasing my subscription box. I might just order it one time. But I feel like that's even expensive. Of course, there's not one. These are all verified buyers. Huh. Okay, I don't know. I might have to try one. Okay, let's go in here and look at the wax melts. Fresh cotton, calming lavender. I haven't bought, all the ones that I bought are like the holiday scents. Eucalyptus, spearmint, lemon verbena. Oh, that's what the teacher liked on Little House on the Prairie. Lavender, chamomile, seagrass, and sage. These are all ones that Alex would love. Pine forest, bourbon and wood. That's one I can't stand. Silver embers, bonfire. Pomegranate Grove, Spiced Amber. Haven't tried this. Espresso Martini. Blue Ridge Mountains. Mistletoe and Mandarin. Sparkling Sugar Plum. Magic and Myrrh. White Chocolate Cocoa. I haven't tried any of those. Summit Air. Oh, that smells good. What is it? Eucalyptus, peppermint, spearmint, and spruce. Cinnamon Roll. Flannel and Cashmere. What's that? Bergamot, Cashmere Blossom, Cedar Leaves, Patchouli. Oh, I bet that one smells good. Pistachio cream. Oh, these are all new. Pistachio cream. Roasted chestnut. Evergreen trees. I have those. Gingerbread. White birch. I have those. The white birch I don't like. Salted caramel. Peppermint bark. I have those. Peppermint bark I don't like. Sweet fruity cereal. I would not like that. Cinnamon sugar crunch. Honeycrisp apple. Magic marshmallows. First of all, their marketing, I just want to say, like the bags are so cute, but each one on here that's displayed, it looks junky. Apple jam donut, that I think I would like that. Almond milk, fall woods, mulled cider, golden milk, candied ginger, haystack harvest, honeycomb and amber, pumpkin and almond biscotti, okay, pumpkin patch, spicy plum, warm suede. Oh, there's a whole other page. How many candle waxes do I need? I don't need any more. Apple picking. Can somebody let me know if they have bought the subscription box? Because before I buy it, Palo Santo, tobacco, patchouli, suede, and amber. I think I might like that one for summer. Moon Shadow, amber wood, bergamot, and tonka. I'm not a big tonka fan though. Happy Days, citrus, sunflower, jasmine, and sunshine. What does sunshine smell like? Amalfi. This is a popular one. Orange flower, neroli, coastal woods, lavender. Sicily, other grapefruit, mandarin, bergamot. These would be good for the summer. Coastal tide, island fruit, tropical citrus, sea salt. Oh, they have all of them for like all the astrological signs. Is that what it is? Cancer, free hugs. White blossoms, lily of the valley, violet, and vetiver. I don't know why, but I'm singing in my head. Mountain magic. Fountain pops and magic, please make me feel much better. Fountain pops and magic. I hope that I can wake up tomorrow. I hope when I wake up tomorrow, I feel like so much better that I can get videos done on most of my channels. That is what I am hoping. Because it has now been, this is my 3rd day with just filming vlogs over here. Which, don't get me wrong, I love filming my vlog, but I'd like to get back to some of my other channels. It was real sweet. People reached out to me that watch my vlog too. And they were like, don't get me wrong, I love watching your vlogs, but I miss you and your other channels. I love just like sitting here. Like I said, like this is easy, right? Like, I mean, not like my other channels are like so difficult, you know, to flip a fan. I just feel like I have to have a little bit more energy, you know, in those videos sometimes. Like, I don't know, to kind of get excited about what I'm talking about. Over here, I can just kind of hang out, like I'm looking at candles. Like, it's not like that's difficult at all, right? But I miss being over on those other channels too. I miss like, especially like talking about TV shows. I think that's, I don't know, that's probably why I've talked more about TV shows the last couple days, because people are like, no, you talk about TV shows all the time over here. I know I do. But I miss, I mean, I have had so many videos. I have the Kings of Tupelo. I still haven't watched 1,000 Pound Sisters, so tonight I have to watch 1,000 Pound. Oh, here's my TV watching plans tonight. 1,000 Pound Sisters, Sister Wives. Take notes on both of those. I don't love watching shows and taking notes. Like Kings of Tupelo, I just took very brief notes. Sister Wives, I take very detailed notes. It's not that fun to watch a show when you're taking that detailed of notes, but I'll be honest with you, this season of Sister Wives, I'm not that engaged in, so I don't really care. 1,000 Pound Sisters, I don't take as extensive of notes. I just like, when something comes up that I want to like reference, I take notes about that. Or like, just so I can remember what happened in the show. Kings of Tupelo, I took very little. I took very little notes about. You know what's so interesting is, I was talking to, Nikki watched an episode and a half last night. Who else was I talking to that watched it? And they were like, yeah, I surprisingly really enjoyed it too, and I didn't think I would. I was so confused at the beginning of that show. I was telling Alex about it earlier, and Alex was like, oh, I think I might really want to watch it. I was like, you don't ever watch true crime. He goes, but that sounds really good. I was like, well, you should watch it then. Maybe you'll enjoy it, you know? So anyway, so I think he might watch that tonight. I think we're caught up on all of our shows. Unless he wants to watch some kind of like, we might watch some kind of like Christmas movie or something tonight. I don't know. What do we have? Weekly TV. Mountain Magic. I have 1,000 Pound Sisters. This is what I have on here. 1,000 Pound Sisters, Earth Abides, and Criminal Minds, because I wanted to start that Earth Abides show. It's kind of like an end of the world show. I don't know anything about it, so I can't spoil it for you. It's about this guy that like, it's the end of the world, and he's with this gal, and I don't know, they have a baby or something like that. It's like very like Zombie Nation, what's it called? Walking Dead universe, but not zombies, I don't think. It's just like the end of the world. And he has to learn how to survive in it. It's on MGM, which means it's on like Hulu and cable and stuff like that. So I'm going to watch that. So that I have tonight, 1,000 Pound Sisters and Sister Wives. I'll probably watch those and then take a nap. Because those will be on like earlier in the evening. Is it just 5 o'clock right now? 5:09, that's crazy. So I will, well, I'll get my vlog rendered and then get that uploaded. And I'll probably post my vlog a little bit earlier tonight. And then I'm going to watch, well, I'll probably watch 1,000 Pound Sisters, because I can't watch Sister Wives until it's on and it's recorded. And I don't think Sister Wives comes on until like 9 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock, so I won't be able to watch it till like 9 or 10. Why does it feel like I'm like burning up? And like I can tell I have no fever whatsoever, but like I feel like I'm burning up inside. Hopefully, if I just rest and read and relax tonight, when I wake up tomorrow, I'll feel a little bit better. Even, I'm going to be honest with you, even if I'm not feeling a lot better tomorrow, I'm going to push myself. I'm going to push myself to make videos on most of my channels. Yeah, I'm actually going to go through here right now, and I'm going to, I already have my list. I've had my list for 2 days of the videos. Yeah, I have it on here. At the top, I haven't even changed the date. Friday, where's my pen? Come on, pen, where are you at? Tipped. I have on here, Friday, 12/13. Which was Friday the 13th, by the way. Did you know that? So we can change this and put Monday, 12/16. Do you know what's so crazy to think? Is that 30 years ago tomorrow was, it was kind of surreal last night. Like I sat down, it was after I got out of the shower and I sat down in the bed and I started like making a list of like my goals for 2025 and what I want to do next year. But I usually do it around my sobriety birthday. When I get home on Tuesday night, I'm kind of glad that I don't have a lot of shows. So, I mean, like Alex and I have the Housewives and stuff, but then I don't have like all the shows like Dragula and stuff, which I miss to watch, because on Tuesday night, I want to watch, if you're sober, what is your favorite sober movie? That's what I would like to know. I love 28 Days, but I just watched it in March. When we were in Florida. I don't want to watch it again. I love When a Man Loves a Woman, but I feel like I know it so well. I'm trying to think of other recovery movies. Clean and Sober. It makes me really sad, though. Clean and Sober is so sad. Clean and Sober is probably, like, the way that I was in treatment, it reminds me of how I was in treatment. But it kind of came out at the same time. What year did that movie come out? Clean and Sober. Clean and Sober movie. I'll probably listen to a lead, or, you know, the other one that I just watched not too long ago with Glenn Close. I can't remember who was her daughter in it, but that was really well done. It came out in 1988, so it was long before I got sober, 6 years before I got sober. I thought that movie was really well done. Let's look at best sobriety movies. Mountain Magic. So Tuesday night, I'll probably like listen to a lead and watch like a recovery movie. And make lists of like things I want to work on in the next year, like emotional things I want to work on, goals. I've already made my list of goals. And one of the things I specifically tried to do this year was keep my goals. Like I did them by like where I want to be on my 53rd birthday in June and where I want to be going into 2026 of the next year. Like as far as like obviously like weight and health is one of my goals on there. Writing a book is another one of my goals on there. Things like that. But like I have a goal of where I want to be like weight-wise and health-wise by my birthday and where I want to be at the end of the year. But one of the things I did was that I didn't make like tons and tons of goals. Like I made minimal goals compared to like what I had the years before, because I was like, I don't want to make all these goals, you know, like before I make 20 and 30 goals. In the last couple of years, I haven't done that as much, but this year I really didn't. I limited it to like, it's like 5 or 6 goals that I have to work on next year. Okay. 28 days, there's 50, okay. 28 Days, Sandra Bullock, love it. Clean and Sober, love it. Beautiful Boy. This is just my personal opinion based on these movies, okay? My personal reaction as a person in recovery by a 12-step program. Beautiful Boy, I think the book is much better than the movie. Requiem for a Dream is not a sobriety movie. It has nothing to do with sobriety. It has to do with addiction, and it's very sad and very well done. Alex loves the movie Requiem for a Dream. I think it's really, really well done. When a Man Loves a Woman, I think is so good about what happens after you get out of treatment and going into treatment. A Star is Born is a really sad movie. Again, I don't think it really has a lot to do with recovery. Basketball Diaries with Leonardo DiCaprio is probably one of the best movies about addiction ever. And it's about, what's his name? I can never think of his name. Jim Carroll, the author. And it's very, very sad. And it's a lot about setting limits and boundaries. Leaving Las Vegas. But these movies are all like addiction movies. They're not like recovery movies. I think... in early recovery... This is kind of weird. I've never really thought about it this way before. In early recovery... I really liked watching like addiction movies, like Drugstore Cowboy. I don't know if it'll be on this list. Things like that. I really liked watching. Well, Clean and Sober was one of my favorite movies when I got sober. But I loved watching addiction movies. I think, it's weird that I'm thinking about this now and I didn't really think about it then, because I think that it reminded me so much of my using days. Maybe I was missing that, or maybe I was craving it, so it was my way to kind of live it out. Rocket Man. I'll tell you if I've seen these, and if I, you know, like Rocket Man, I did not think Rocket Man was as great as everybody else thought. Flight, interestingly enough, is a movie that I have never seen. Tanya has told me to see it so many times. Rachel Getting Married, I feel like I started it and I never finished it. Ben is Back with Julia Roberts, I've never seen. Trainspotting, not a recovery movie. It's a drug movie. The Lost Weekend, I feel like I've seen parts of it. My mom used to talk about it all the time. Everything Must Go, never seen it. Half Nelson, never seen it. Smash, never seen it. Gia, oh my God, what a sad movie about the model Gia. Days of Wine and Roses, it's been a long time. That movie is so sad. The Anonymous People, which is this documentary. Okay, so many people talk about this movie, it's about 12-step programs, but it really isn't. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I didn't really relate to a lot of what the people said in that movie. But I have a lot of friends of mine that love that movie so much. Crazy Heart. How do I know that movie? It's Jeff Bridges. I don't think I've ever seen that movie. Okay. And Drugstore Cowboy. Drugstore Cowboy is so good. But it's again, it's not a recovery movie. Matt Dillon is in it. And Kelly Lynch. It's really good. Okay, what is this? Top 14 movies to watch during recovery. You know what I'll tell you is 2 movies that I loved. One is called Her Last Chance. It's with Kelly Martin. Let's see if you can find it. Her Last Chance. Kelly Martin. Here it is. I think this is... This can't be it. Oh, it is. Jenna Elfman's in it. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube. The full movie's on YouTube. Her Last Chance. I love it. Okay, and the other movie that I love watching is an MTV movie, and it's called Wasted. And it is so good. And it shows in real time. It's based on... Oh, here it is. Is this it too? Wasted movie. Read below. Oh, the whole thing cannot be on YouTube as well. Is it really? I haven't seen that movie in forever. Oh, it is! It's with the guy that was in... I can't think of his name. He was in that movie Carney, or that Carnival show on HBO. And I can't remember who the girl is. I wouldn't say the quality of these movies is that great. But the thing that I love about Wasted... I'm going to have to watch this. I cannot believe they're both on YouTube. But the thing about Wasted is that, you know, in recovery, we're promised jails, institutions, and death. And that movie at the end of it shows jails, institutions, and death. They show that that's what you're promised. That you will either end up dead, in jail, or in an institution getting sober, or mental institution or something like that, mental health institution, at the end of your using. The movie is such a fantastic example of that. So Wasted, and if you look it up, to watch it on YouTube, exactly what I put in was Wasted MTV movie. The other one is called Her Last Chance, and it has Kelly Martin on YouTube. I would recommend both of those. But I want to see what top 14 movies to watch during recovery, it says. During recovery. In case you like, your recovery only lasts from Monday through Friday. Do you guys remember that movie? Pump Up the Volume. Up the volume. What is the line? When the girl's like, they go to the stress center at their school, it's like guidance counseling. It's like Monday through Friday, like 8 to 4. And the girl goes, oh my God, it's 7:30. What am I going to do? And the other girl goes, it's past 4 o'clock. I'm totally fucked. Do you guys remember that line? It's like one of my favorite lines from any movie. Because it's so true. It's like when people are like, yeah, like if you need help, go here. But then they're like closed at a certain time or something. So it's like you can only get help. Oh my God, the camera stopped. Have I really gone that long today? Oh my God, you know I'm going to hurt after this one talking so long. See, the person at the beginning that said, you can't walk on your walking pad, but you can make an hour and a half walk. You're 100% right. And I'm going to be sick tomorrow because of this. And it's going to be your fault. No, it's not. I appreciate the comment because you're so right. Okay. Pump on the volume. Quotes. I know she says I'm totally fucked in there. Hold on a second. It's Samantha Mathis, if I remember. I don't know how I remember this so much. What? No. Do you ever get the feeling that everything in America is totally... That's not it. One day I woke up and realized I was never going to be more... That movie is good. Christian Slater as Mark Hunter. I have to watch that movie again just to find the... Everybody knows that it has... Who's that person that sings that? Because somebody's talking about the music in here. And Samantha Massis is a great, strong female character as Nora. So it was important to get the songs in the right... Everybody knows. Who sings that song? Leonard Cohen? Is that who it is? Everybody knows. If I am so right about that. Oh, Leonard Cohen! Okay, let's watch these. Let's read these 14 movies to watch when you're in recovery. If you're in recovery from an alcohol or substance use disorder, you know one of the most challenging things to figure out is how to spend your downtime. Amen. When you're not at work, not at meetings, you are going to your meetings or busy with the new lifestyle habits and healthy activities. This is assuming people are in 12-step programs. We wrote an article earlier this summer about reading. Okay. I was just looking up the other day good recovery books that are brand new, and I couldn't really find a whole lot. The last one that I really read that I liked was years ago. Tanya and I both read it. It was called Blackout, Remembering the Things anybody has read good recovery books lately? Let me know. But it was called Blackout, Remembering the Things I Drank to Forget. Okay. Top 14 movies to watch during recovery. Beautiful Boy. I mean, it's based on the book. I thought the book was 100% better. Ben is Back. This movie tells the story of a mother and a son as the son navigates his recovery journey. I've never watched that, so maybe I'll watch that one. When Love Is Not Enough, 2010, the movie tells the story of Lois Wilson, who is married to alcoholics. So it's about Al-Anon, is really what it is. Oh, Lois Wilson founded Al-Anon Alateen in 1951 in order to support family members. I love reading about Lois Wilson, first of all. I got my mom, years ago, the autobiography of Lois Wilson. I can't remember. I think it's called When Love Is Not Enough, actually. I wonder if that's why they named that. That probably is why they named the movie that. 28 Days. This comedy tells the story of a newspaper columnist given a choice between... Okay, that movie is so good. Rachel getting married. Maybe I have seen that one. Family dynamics, sibling tension, a wedding, scenes from NA meetings. This film has it all. It's also stacked with popular stars and received widespread critical acclaim. Should I watch it? Tanya told me I need to watch Flight. Based on a true story, this film tells the story of an airline pilot with alcohol and substance use. My nose is now itching like crazy. Hold on. No spoilers here, except that it stars Denzel Washington. However, we recommend this movie for professionals in high responsibility, high stakes jobs. Okay, should I watch Flight? I've never seen it. Can you believe that? I've almost started it so many times. Clean and Sober, Requiem for a Dream. Oh, Basketball Diaries. A Star is Born. It's always interesting to me that they include A Star is Born. I mean, first of all, it has like really triggering stuff that happens in it. Iconic, classic, timeless. Everything that needs to be said about this movie has already been said. Why is it considered... It says, click here for details. You can't even click this. My name is Bill W. Okay, that's about the... tells the story, origin of Alcoholics Anonymous, co-founder... Bill Wilson, okay, Dr. Holbrook. Of note, James Woods won an Academy Award. Emmy Award for his portrayal of Bill W. Click here for details. You can't click any of these for details. Wild. See, this is another one. I like that movie. Another made-for-TV movie based on the autobiography Wild, From Lost to Found on the Web by Cheryl Strayed. Wild is a story of self-discovery that recounts a solo hike. I don't remember it being a lot about recovery. Rocket Man, the music of Elton John has been a gift to the world since its first release in the 70s. Learn the inside story of the man behind the music. Spoiler alert, in the first scene, Elton walks off stage from a performance, goes straight to an AA meeting. I don't remember that. When a man loves a woman. Have a box of tissues at hand because this film hits so many emotional notes. So it's so well, it's impossible to believe anyone who's ever had an alcohol problem, known anyone with an alcohol problem, or loved anyone with an alcohol problem can make it through this film without shedding tears. Okay, the thing that's so great about this movie is that it shows how much you change when you get sober. So it's Meg Ryan and Andy Garcia. And Andy Garcia tries to fix Meg Ryan. And when Meg Ryan gets sober, she's like a new person. And Philip Seymour Hoffman is in it, and he is fantastic, who sadly died, of an overdose. And he's like her friend from treatment. And there's like a scene in there when they're like talking and Andy Garcia comes home and he like wants her to talk to him, but she's talking to Philip Seymour Hoffman, and he says, why can't you talk to me about those things? And she says to Andy Garcia, she says, because there are things that only he understands because he's been where I've been. And I think that that's so true. And I think that's like a really hard thing for couples that like when you get sober or friends, it's like, I think with my dad, like, and my stepmom, like, they didn't understand, like, when I would say something because they didn't live it, you know? It's a lot of, like, when I try to talk about, like, being in recovery today, it's why, just like there's a lot of, like, if you go through something and nobody else has experienced it, like, you're going to find, if you talk to somebody that has experienced that, it's easier because, like, my ears are so clogged and stuff now. You don't really have to explain what that experience is like because it's a lived experience. It's a shared lived experience, right? That movie shows that so well. And then he starts going to, I don't think they say what it is in the movie, but basically Al-Anon. And it shows how couples heal. And sometimes couples don't heal when one person gets sober. It's a really powerful movie. I love that movie so much. And it also shows him enabling her at the beginning of it, which I think is really, really important. Okay, so do I need to watch Ben is Back? 20 best movies about addiction and recovery to watch. Oh, look at put Rush on here. Rush, which was one of my movies I picked for Peter's Movie Club. I love that movie. Not about recovery, 100% about addiction. Oh, it's the #1 movie. Permanent Midnight. That's another movie I've never seen. I don't know why. That movie, I think I've talked about it on here before. I know that has a lot to do with all kinds of stuff, but like it really like freaks me out. Gia. I mean, Gia is about, I mean, it's such a sad story with Angelina Jolie about the model that was a heroin addict and died of AIDS. Beautiful Boy, Clean and Sober, Flight, The Anonymous People, Leaving Las Vegas, Everything Must Go. My Name is Bill W. Drunks. Drunks focuses on a group of people with drinking problems in a 12-step program. The movie is filmed as a series of monologues. Maybe I have seen that one. Drugstore Cowboy, Basketball Diaries, Home Run. Christian sports drama focuses on, I've never seen it. Requiem for a Dream, 28 Days, The Boost. Change in a Personal Fortune Can Lead to Addiction, The Fighter, Rocket Man, A Star is Born. I'll tell you the movie that is one of the best movies that I've seen. It's something to do, the story of Bobby Joe or something like that. Bobby Joe Under the Influence on Amazon Prime is one of the best movies I have ever seen about recovery, and it is a documentary. The true story takes an honest look at the world of addiction and provides keys to recovery in Kansas City's most dangerous neighborhood. It's about a woman that gets sober. She got sober the same year that I did. It's like it's like an hour and a half documentary. It is so well done. It's about this woman named Bobby Joe. And she got sober, like, I think I got sober in 94. I think she's 95. And she's built like 40 recovery houses in Kansas City. It is phenomenal. It is an amazing documentary. So good, so amazing. I would recommend it. So amazing. Okay. I wanted to talk real quick before I get off here, and I know I've gone on forever, about how Christmas is different for me now since having entered treatment, because I was in treatment over Christmas and New Year's. So when I first got sober, when I first was in treatment, I'll be honest with you, that year I was kind of a little bitter about it. I was kind of like, hold on a second. I was kind of a little bitter about it. I keep a list of like all the videos that I make, and so I'm check marking off that I made a vlog for today, just so I can kind of keep track of that. But you know what? I didn't do it yesterday, so this is actually, yeah. I was kind of bitter about, I mean, addicts are, when you're active in active addiction, you're selfish, rude, nasty people. I mean, we talk about how our addiction is rooted in selfishness and self-centeredness. There was a huge part of me that was really, really pissed about being in treatment over the holidays. But I think very quickly, first of all, I don't think that I realized how bad I was until I got in treatment and I had doctors and nurses telling me, like, you should be dead. Like, your BAL, your blood alcohol level, your blood test came back, like, you should be dead. You shouldn't be here right now. I don't think I knew that. Like, going in and out every day. Like, I was, like, in treatment with this woman, I'll never forget. And I remember her because when I worked there, she came in a couple times after that. I don't think she got sober that time. She eventually did. But I remember her talking about, like, I mean, I thought everybody blackout drank, right? until I got into treatment that last time. I just thought that was like kind of a normal thing. Like if you drank so much, you just blacked out drank. So I didn't realize that it wasn't that common of a thing, that not everybody blackout drank. And I can remember being in there with this woman. I mean, if I was 23 at the time, she must have been like, I mean, she's probably gone at this point. She was probably 53, 54, 55, something like that. But she like ended up in another state and was married or something like that. And she didn't even remember how, she was like woke up one day and she was like married to this guy. I mean, she'd been in a blackout for like 10 days. I mean, I'm talking another state like Florida from Indiana. I just kind of thought that like once you got to the point where you're drinking every day, like everybody kind of does that. And when you're also surrounding yourself with a lot of people that smoke pot every day, drink every day, like you just think everybody does that. You know that there's like a lot of like, you know, prudish, you know, people out there that, you know, all those goody two-shoes out there, they don't drink, they don't do this and all that kind of stuff. And so they're just too good, you know, but they don't do it. But most people do. I mean, at least most people smoke pot all day long and drink, you know, why wouldn't you? You know, that's how you think. Well, that's how I thought at least. And so, at first when I got into treatment, I was pissed. And then, I can remember going into like that first day, into that detox. The only place you could drink caffeine in treatment was, caffeinated coffee was in the detox unit. I don't know why, but for some reason they were like, you're going through detox anyway, so you can drink real caffeinated coffee over here. So, I can remember going in there when I ran into, I've shared this story before, I'll share it probably again the next couple days, but when I came out of my room, I was like ready to go. I was ready to check myself out. I was in such bad shape. And I ran in at the nurse's station to my neighbor that I had grown up with, mother, my neighbor next door. I didn't know she worked in treatment there. I didn't know she was a detox nurse. And I just came out there and she, like, after talking to her, I was like, I need to go. She like took my hand and she was like, Peter, you're in really, really bad shape. Like, I don't remember exactly what she said to me, but she was like, your vitals are all over the charts. Your drug test came back. You're basically positive for like everything. She was like, I'm really worried that you're going to die. And she was like, and I'll never forget, she's like handing me like a pack of cigarettes. Because you could smoke on the detox unit, like in their lounge, but you couldn't smoke anywhere else in the hospital. Today, you can't even, I'm sure, do that in most treatment programs. You can't smoke inside at all. A lot of treatment programs are like, no smoking, no vape. I'm telling you, even outside. I'm telling you right now, if I had gone through treatment and they told me that I had to quit smoking cigarettes, I wouldn't have stayed in treatment. There's no way I could have done all of it at that time. Caffeine, cigarettes, all that. There's just no way. But anyway, I'm like, is that bird coming from inside the house or outside the house? I'm like, do we have a bird in our basement too? We have birds, mice, crickets. What is going on down there? Boo Radley came back and gave us a zoo in our basement. So anyway, I honest to God did not think I was going to vlog this long. Why am I like burning up? Like I don't have a fever. I can tell I don't. Anyway, God, I hope I feel better tomorrow. But this is taking me out of it. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Like this has been fun for me today. I really miss filming. I really miss filming a lot. So thank you for this today. So anyway, what was I saying? So at first, okay, so I can remember going in that lounge and she's like, go get a cup of coffee, smoke a cigarette, whatever. And I went in there and that story, that first time I ever went in that lounge was kind of nuts. And I remember looking out and there was like, it had snowed so much and it was just like blowing snow. And I can remember looking and it was like the roads were like really slow and it was like towards the end of the day. I mean, I'd slept in, you know, so it was like towards, and it was like people, it was not, like it was bad weather outside. And I was like, you are so effed, like you are stuck here. You are stuck here. And so I kind of got resigned to the fact real quick. I think it was like my second day or my third day that like I called my dad and I was like, get me the F out of here. And my dad said something to me and he was like, I don't know, when he hung up the phone and I was like, bang, and I banged the phone and went bang, 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 bang. I was so pissed. And that phone was like right outside the detox unit in these double doors. And I remember there was this woman that I used to work with. She was fantastic. I worked with her for years and years and years after she has since passed away. She was probably about 4'10". And I loved this woman. And she like never forgot about this situation either, which I loved. Because she would tell patients, like if patients were being real difficult, she'd be like, now let me tell you about Peter the first time that I met him. So she was like, her office was like right where that phone thing was at that time. And So she came out of her office and she was like, and I'm like, bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, have the phone receiver. It was like payphone, you know, in my hand. And because my dad said something to me about like, I'm not coming to get you. I was like, you need to bring me some cigarettes now or something like that. He goes, I'm not bringing you anything. And and you need to stop calling everybody because nobody will. I was so pissed. My friend that ended up getting sober on the 1st of January, she actually brought me cigarettes and stuff like that. My friend that I went to, I think maybe my dad did. I don't even remember. I think he ended up feeling bad or something, but whatever. But I think it was my friends, actually. And my friend that I knew from, like, kindergarten, elementary, junior high, high school, and all that stuff, she ended up, like, bringing me stuff, too. But then it got so bad towards New Year's that nobody could drive and get out and bring us stuff. So I just, you know, whatever. So anyway, I do remember being in treatment, though, and I switched. Because, like, when I came in, I was smoking Camel Light Wides, which were, like it's like a big, thick pack. Like, anyway, and by the end that I got out of treatment, I was smoking Newports. So I do remember that. I don't know what changed in me, but because everybody mostly the people that I was in treatment with were smoking Newports. I think that's why. And you'd, like, play cards for, this sounds so bad, but, like, you would play cards for cigarettes and stuff like that. I'm a good card player. I don't know what to tell you, but I would, like, have a lot of, like, I can remember, like, opening my drawer and there'd just be, like, I had this envelope that had all these, like, Newports in there. So to this day, every once in a while, like, when I see somebody that's smoking a Newport, I'm like, God, I haven't had a Newport in forever. I'll be like, could I just have, like, a drag? They're like, you can have one. I'm like, no, I just want, like, a drag off of a Newport. To this day, I'm still like that. It reminds me of those early days of sobriety. But anyway, so I kind of just knew that I was stuck in there, you know, and that was on the 17th. The first week was me just kind of, like, getting used to things. And I've shared this before, but, like, at first I was kind of like, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here. Then I learned just to shut my mouth. By the time that Christmas rolled around, I felt very alone in the world, you know. Nobody really came to visit me, but I had also asked people not to come visit me. I had a friend of mine that came to visit me that she and I used a lot together. Looking at her was like looking at a joint. I had 2 of my guy friends that I used to party with a lot. They came to visit me, and they were very, very supportive. But they were also not willing to help my addiction at all anymore. And they told me about, like, everybody and what was going on, and that was really hard to hear as well, because I was like, life has gone. That was actually, in retrospect, probably a good visit. I was so pissed when they left, because I just was like, I'm the only one in here, and everybody parties the same way as me. But that hurt so bad, because Christmas was just weird for me, because, like, I just felt like everybody's life was going on. I remember I had no family come visit me. That must have been, like, Christmas Eve. I don't remember if that was, like, Christmas Day later or the 26th or something, but, like, that Christmas Day, I remember all these guys that I was in treatment with, the battery just went to the halfway mark. The second battery went to the halfway mark. How long have I vlogged tonight? Oh my God, I said it was 5:09. Now is it 5:30 now? Have I vlogged for another half an hour? Oh my God. Okay, I'm not gonna make this much longer. But all the guys that I was in treatment with, like, they were so nice to me. I had one roommate that was, like, a bad experience in the detox unit, and I had one roommate on the rehab unit that was a bad experience, and he got kicked out. I don't even know what happened to the guy that was on the detox unit, but I think I've shared a little bit of that. That was a very uncomfortable situation for me. I don't know what happened to him. But the guy that on the inpatient unit, anyway, the other guys were so nice to me. So, like, on Christmas, like, they had me come and sit with their families that came and visited them, and, like, had me, like, you know, they were like, get a plate, because, like, all the families were allowed to bring in food and stuff like that, so they all brought in food and whatever. At that point, a lot of the guys that I was in treatment with worked for, like, factories, car factories, things like that, and so their insurance was so good that they would get, like, one day or one treatment of 30 days. This sounds so bad when I think about this in retrospect, but they get, like, one treatment of 30 days a year. I mean, you still had to meet criteria, but one of the things I learned is that, like, if you work in factories, like, this is still true to this day, that factories are like microcosms of the world. Like, in factories, there are, like, drugs, alcohol that's running, prostitution, gambling, theft. There's all kinds of stuff that's, like, factories are like little worlds within their own. And all this stuff goes on inside of factories. So I was in treatment with, like, half the people that I was in treatment with were people that worked in factories. And like worked on the line and stuff like that. And they got like a 30-day treatment was built into their insurance every year. And so they'd check in on like after Thanksgiving, and they were in there until before New Year's, because they would get like a 30-day treatment. And so they kind of saw, I mean, they would tell you this, they kind of saw it as a vacation. So some of these guys have been in there like the last 6 years, every year before Christmas. I mean, like people knew them in the treatment program and stuff like that. And it was just kind of what they did. Anyway, going through Christmas being in treatment, let's just get to the short of it, was very sad. And really what it taught me was that as somebody that really, really loved Christmas before that, and I know when I say this, I'm going to piss off some people, so let me get all the way through. I've said this before on here, but what it really taught me was that Christmas is just any other day. You know, other than if you're Christian, it's Jesus' birthday or Santa Claus and whatever. It's just another day. It literally is just another day of the week. That's it. What you do with it is up to you. If you choose to celebrate the birth of Jesus, if you believe in that, if you choose to believe, you know, celebrate with your family, exchanging presents, if you choose to do nothing at all and be bitter as hell about Christmas, or just be like, I don't have anybody to spend Christmas with, or, you know, if you don't, I'm sorry. Or I'm just talking about people that do celebrate Christmas. For those of you that don't celebrate Christmas, like, you probably already get this. But to me, I was somebody that celebrated Christmas. So it did change my perspective, because what it made me realize was it really wasn't that special to me, other than my counselor not being there that day and us not having group. It was just like another day in treatment for me. Another day to get through, another day to be like, add to my list of 30 days that I have to be in treatment. That's all it was to me, right? But then when I got out of treatment, looking back on it, what I realized was, but isn't that what life is? Isn't life what you do with it? Like, you're given this life, just like you're given Christmas or given your birthday or whatever. What are you going to do with it? That completely changed my perspective to being like, I think that's why like this Christmas is hard for me, because I'm trying really hard to like get excited about it. And I'm having fun with reading the books and watching the movies and stuff like that and listening to the books. But it's like, what I really love now is just being with family. I like to give gifts, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not even as much of a gift giver as I used to be. I don't really care about gifts at all. I mean, if we got together with family and friends and we didn't do like any gifts whatsoever, Alex and I like decided we were going to do a trip for each other. We're getting each other little stuff, but other than that, we decided to do a trip. So if like we got together with family and our family was like, we're not doing any presents this year, I'd be completely fine with that. And it's not that I don't want to spend money on people. I have no problem with that. I like buying gifts for people. But I would be totally fine just to get together with each other and have a meal and us each bring something or whatever. I don't have a problem with that. I just like spending time with family and having a day that's dedicated to that. If we want to call it Christmas or whatever, you know? And I'm not taking away from the spiritual meaning of it. I think the fact that it came right, my sobriety birthday, and then Christmas happened right after that, and then New Year's, which I shared just the other night, that New Year's was such a spiritual holiday for me because of me reading the first 164 pages and going to that meeting with the pickle lady and things like that. Christmas then became a very spiritual holiday, and I don't mean a religious holiday. I mean a very spiritual. It felt very like I felt full of spirit, and I feel very full of spirit. It seems like from the date of my sobriety going forward, typically, I don't know how I'll feel this year, but I feel very much like I love standing outside, like in the night at cold and just looking at the stars, or listening to a song, you know, like Silent Night, or, you know, I don't know, I just, seeing the moon outside, it's like, you know, or just even looking out during the day and it being kind of like darker than it usually is, and even though it's kind of sad and dreary, at the same time there's something about it that's very peaceful and serene to me. It's a time of peace and serenity for me is really what Christmas is. I think before that, Christmas always was about presents and having to do this instead of getting to spend time with family and friends. I felt like I had to. And I'm not going to say that that was a lot, like ever since then I've always felt like I got to. There's still been a lot of times that I felt like I had to. But I think when I catch myself in the moment, that's one of my, you know, my tools in my toolbox, is that I catch myself and I'm like, no, you get to. You get to spend Christmas with your family. You get to spend Christmas with your husband, you know? You get to go see your mother-in-law and have a Christmas party at her house and all this kind of stuff, and I love all of that. It's changed my perspective because what it made me really realize is not just Christmas, not just every day of your life, but your life is... you're given, it's what you do with it. It's like when my mom passed away, you know, I realized, you know, when everybody left the room, it was just she and I sitting in there. I realized, you know, it's like from Charlotte's Web. I remember that at that time, you know, it's the cycle of life. We're born, we live, we die. What we put in the middle of it is ours. I think I got that year that I got sober. You know, when you're reduced to being in a facility over Christmas and hardly anybody comes to visit you, partly because you ask them not to, but partly because some of them don't even want to show up. When your life is reduced to that, it's hard to like be real excited about Santa Claus and Jesus and all this kind of stuff when you feel like the whole world shit on you. But then when you're forced to take responsibility and be like, no, you're the one that got yourself in this seat, right? Then what you realize is, if you're responsible for that, then you're responsible for what holidays look like going forward. You're responsible for what life looks like going forward. You're responsible for what your relationships look like going forward. What are your dreams? Do you want to achieve them? What do you want your life to look like? You know, that's why I make a goal every year, or make a list of goals. I'm thinking a lot right now of like, what do I want this next phase of my life to look like? You know, and that's really exciting. All right, I have talked long enough. I know that an hour from now, I'm gonna be regretting it. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I talked too long. But then I'm gonna get on the walking pad. I'm gonna walk. No, I'm not gonna walk tonight. But hopefully tomorrow I am rested enough that I feel better to come back and film on all of my videos. Or all my channels. Well, most of my channels. Don't forget that if you want to ask me a sobriety question, either put it in the comment section below for my video on Tuesday on my Peter Monn channel, or if you want to, you can go over to my Instagram and put it there too. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Sunday. I hope that you're getting relaxed, refreshed, rejuvenated, and renewed for the week ahead. I love that somebody said this on my vlog yesterday. Every once in a while, somebody will say this, and I love that. Somebody said, they were saying reasons why they like the vlog, and they said, I didn't realize until you said at the end of every vlog that sometimes you're the only person that says I love you throughout a day. And that means a lot to me, you know? One of the reasons why I say I love you to my friends. I say I love you. Obviously, my husband and I say it 50 to 100 times a day. Oh, he just texted me and said he's on his way back. And, you know, I say it to everybody, you know, in my life. I think it's interesting that we're afraid to say I love you to people, you know. We'll say really harsh things to people, but we'll save the I love yous, you know. So if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And even if somebody has told you this today, I love you as well. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic beginning to your week. Thank you for letting me ramble so long. I probably will, throat-wise, regret this in an hour, but this has been really enjoyable. I missed filming this weekend, so I'm just going to relax tonight and hopefully get back to filming on most of my channels tomorrow. I love you guys, and I will see you then. Bye. Love ya!